Sports Network, the only game in town.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, facebook.com/Crown Point Sports, regionsports.com, and crownpointsports.com. We come to you tonight from Crown Point High School as the Region Sports Network presents the RSN's number 8 Crown Point Bulldogs. They'll take on RSN's number 7 Michigan City Wolves. I'm Mike Zajac. I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's game, and joining me with the color is Doug Nelson. Doug, how are we doing tonight?
Nice evening here, Mike. Another little preseason or postseason tune-up here for these guys, and hopefully we can have two teams walk out of here healthy tonight, but it should be a competitive, fun ball game.
Yeah, looking forward to this one. Both teams coming in with a record of 5-3. Crown Point 4-2 in the Duneland. Michigan City 3-3 in the Duneland, and it's Crown Point coming off that big win last week at Chesterton.
Yeah, it was that was a little surprising. That Crown Point's I think on a little bit of a roll here. They've won 4 out of 5, and they're playing pretty strong defense. Giving up the only time they gave up double digits was against Valpo, and a lot of people did. So. They're on a roll here, and that's what Coach Bazia and his staff want to continue as they head into the postseason.
It was Jeremy Brown last week to get the sack on 4th down, basically sealed the deal in that game. He just said with his speed, he felt like he could get around that tackle, and he got him on 4th down to seal this victory. It's a big win for Crown Point. They come in winning 2 in a row, and on the Michigan City side, they come in real hot. They've won 3 in a row.
Yeah, again, I think the last time I saw Michigan City, they lost to Chesterton at home, and at the time, that was before they made a change there. Giovanni Laurent was the quarterback, and Tyler Bush was coming off the bench. Now they've made Laurent a receiver and made Bush the quarterback. So it's interesting to see how that changes affecting their outcomes as the season moves along. But they seem to be having a great proficiency scoring the football here lately, and that does nothing but bode well for the postseason for them because they have a real chance to win the sectional.
Yeah, for sure. And you look at that Chesterton game back on September 3rd at home. You only lose by 7. That's really one you want to get back. They go to Valpo. They get beat there. They go to Maryville. They get beat. At home against Maryville. They lose, and everybody's been losing to Valpo and Maryville. But after that, at LC with a big win. Portage whipped up on them in the last week, 39-0. They shut them out.
Yeah, again, they're on a roll, and Coach Mason's got some studs there in their program right now, and they've got a lot of seniors, and they're primed and ready to make a run in the postseason. Tyler Bush is only a sophomore, 6 foot 180, good sized kid as the quarterback, so he can run and throw the ball. So they have a lot of weapons on the outside, and we'll see how Crown Point can try to contain them here tonight.
Crown Point, they did finish undefeated on the road for the first time since 2014. Victories at Lowell, Lake Central, Portage, and that big Chesterton win last week. 5-3 on the year, like I said. It is Craig Buzia's first year, 218 wins in his 29th year overall. Phil Mason on the other side for Michigan City. It's his 6th year at Michigan City, 39-23. 152 wins in his 21st year overall for Coach Mason. Let's take a look at the Friday night forecast. It is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast is right now 57 degrees. I believe that is going to drop throughout the night, and we are looking at rain. I got 100% at 7 o'clock. It drops down to 70, and then 60% by 10 o'clock tonight. Temperatures continue to drop to about 52 tonight, so it's going to be cool and wet one out there for these guys.
Well, if nothing else, this will, we've been pretty fortunate to see a football season with nice weather.
Yeah, it is.
We've had a lot of dry weather, so, playing with a wet football on wet turf, this will get the boys a chance to see how it's going to be in the postseason. Maybe a little snow later on if they make a deep run. So, again, we all hope that they can walk out of here healthy at the end of the night and give themselves a great chance in the postseason.
You're going to look for the running game to be a big factor for both of these teams, as it's been pretty much all year. and the defense steps up for both as well. Mayor Uran and the City of Crown Point Parks and Athletics are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog football and say go Bulldogs. Mayor Uran and the Pace Department are looking forward to a winter filled with fun activities at Bulldog Park. For more information, visit crownpoint.in.gov or call the Pace Department 219-662-2271. Crown Point and Michigan City coming up here in just a few. It's number 8 Crown Point, number 7 Michigan City. We'll take a short one. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Station 21 American Grill, with its 32 TVs, provides a family-friendly atmosphere where fans can relax and enjoy their favorite sports. Station 21 invites family and friends to enjoy a neighborly conversation, a friendly staff, and a comfortable environment before and after the game. Burgers, pot roasts, steaks, homemade soups, and more can all be found at Station 21 American Grill in Crown Point.
Tech Credit Union is the better option for personal and business banking. Buy a car, remodel your home, pay for an education, expand your business. Tech Credit Union can help you do these things and more. You'll enjoy the latest banking services, but without the cost of the big bank relationship. With branches throughout the region, fee-free ATMs nationwide, and online services, they're convenient too. Learn more at techcu.org. Contact any branch or call 800-276-TECH. Tech Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender and federally insured by the NCUA.
Are you a steel hauler? Come work for Area Transportation. You must have a current valid Class A commercial driver's license and at least 1 year of recent verifiable steel hauling experience and at least 2 years of recent verifiable interstate experience operating a commercial motor vehicle.
Hi, I'm Amanda, the driver recruiter at Area Transportation, where we pay more because we value our drivers.
Call recruiting at 1-855-400-6939. That's 1-855-400-6939.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
The team of sports medicine experts at Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana is committed to getting athletes back in the game, with a focus on not only helping patients recover from injuries, but helping improve athletic performance to prevent injuries. Orthopedic Specialists provides the most advanced, comprehensive care to their patients. To learn more about all Orthopedic Specialists can do to help rehab and prevent athletic injuries, visit them on the web at osni.org or call them at 219-923-3300. Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana, providing world-class care to Northwest Indiana for over 20 years.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region Sports Network. We are streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, facebook.com/Crown Point Sports, regionsports.com, and crownpointsports.com. Mike Zajac here along with Doug Nelson as we get ready for this matchup, Crown Point and Michigan City. And we're talking in between breaks, looking ahead toward the playoffs coming up next week. Both these teams going to have a bye.
Yeah, we did talk about that. All the 6A teams do get a bye, and then Crown Point has the unpopular deed of having to play at Maryville. I don't know the nice way to put it, but Maryville's a tough team, and Coach Bizzie and his staff will work hard to get a game plan together, and there's no one else I'd rather have than putting a game plan together than Coach Bizzie and his staff. But they're going to have their hands full with Maribel in a couple weeks. But again, at this point, hopefully everybody stays healthy with COVID and with the grades situation. At the end of the 9, we're at the end of the 9 weeks right now.
Right.
So there's a lot of variables out there that a lot of people don't realize. But again, hopefully we can stay healthy. And at this point, that's what they have to play for.
Yeah, and then Michigan City also getting a bye as well.
Yeah, they drew a bye, and then they'll play the winner of Adams and Goshen. On paper, Michigan City is the favorite to win that sectional. So, unfortunately, we don't play it on paper, but Michigan City's got a great shot to make a run and see if they can advance toward Indianapolis here toward Thanksgiving.
As a coach, knowing that you have a bye next week going into the playoffs, how do you play this game tonight? Are you sitting some of your guys? Are you resting some guys? You put them out there maybe for a first half or be done with them?
Well, you have a routine. You don't want to break that routine. And both teams coming in on a winning streak, you don't want to mess with that. What you want is to keep the momentum going. If we were playing toward the postseason and we really didn't have much to play for in that game, I just want to play well. Let's play clean. Let's play crisp. Let's limit our self-inflicted errors, handle the football. Like you said, it's going to be raining here in a little bit. Handle the football, make the other team beat us. Don't help them and beat ourselves. So just play clean football and get out of there. A lot of times when you do play conservative, you play to lose and then that's when injuries do happen. So just go play like you've been doing and stay healthy and keep the momentum rolling. And both these guys are doing a great job of having their teams ready to go.
Michigan City 3-3 in the conference. I'm sure Coach Mason really wants to get a winning record in the conference, so this game might be a little bit more meaningful for them.
Yeah, both teams are, again, these guys are coaches. They don't come here to lose,
right.
Yeah. And Coach Mason and Coach B are very competitive men, and that's what makes them successful. But again, he's also, while he's watching this one, he's also got his eyes a few weeks away as well.
And we will stand for the national anthem here at Crown Point. That was the Crown Point Marching Band, and we want to welcome everyone into the Tech Tailgate Show. It's brought to you by Tech Credit Union, celebrating 85 years of serving the community. Financial services for life. Visit techcu.org to find more about Tech Credit Union. Crown Point, Michigan City is our matchup tonight. It is number 8 Crown Point, number 7 Michigan City. Both teams 5-3 on the season. Let's take a look at these starting lineups. First, we'll start off with the Michigan City Wolves offense. And like Doug told you, it's Tyler Bush, the sophomore, taking over at quarterback. Sophomore, 180 pounds, 6 feet tall. Nice game last week, 12 of 18, 266 yards and 3 touchdowns. It is Jaden Hart and Rayshawn Anderson are your tailbacks. Wide receivers, Trey Simmons, Emmanuel Hodgsons, and Jaden Hart. Deion Smith is the right tackle. We'll go right to left. Davion Anderson, Nicholas Lemon, your center. Justin Beckett is the left guard. Amarin Limbrick is your left tackle. Tight end is Owen Davidson. He's a junior for the Wolves. Crown Point Bulldogs defense. Defensive end, Paul Clark. The nose guard is Nico Paik. He is a 300-pound sophomore. He's going to give a tough time for this pretty small, we're looking at here, Michigan City offensive line. And it's Jeremy Brown on the other side, the defensive end. Outside linebacker for Crown Point, Matt Woods. Inside linebacker is Liam Begley. Will Clark in the middle. Jacob Wool, inside linebacker on the opposite side, and Dom Sopchak, the senior outside linebacker. Cornerback is Jason Kostick. He's a senior. Free safeties, Dominic Bader, and cornerback on the other side, sophomore Jalen Kelly. And Doug, I mentioned Nico Paik up against that pretty small Michigan City offense. How's that going to play a factor?
Well, Crown Point is I love how they play defense. They'll play a 3-4, 3 down linemen and 4 guys flying around on the outside. So those 3 guys in the line that you mentioned, they're going to be trying to clog up lanes and clogging up the gaps in the middle and let those linebackers go to work. I love how number 51 there, Will Clark, sophomore, 6'4", 215, good-sized kid. He's going to be flying around. He's made plays all year. He's been fun to watch. Their secondary is going to have their hands full a little bit tonight with the speed on the outside of Michigan City. But those linebackers they're going to make it a long evening for Tyler Bush in the backcourt. I'm in basketball mode already. But in the backfield, so he's going to have to be moving around, maybe move the pocket around a little bit. And again with Michigan City, I love to watch number 8, Raytheon Anderson. He reminds me of a little tank, man. He's 5'9", 210, just a mountain of a kid, and I love how he runs the football. He runs hard and downhill, and it's going to be interesting to see how they line up with that Crown Point front 3.
Interesting article on Trey Simmons, the wide receiver from Michigan City in the New York, Northwest Indiana Times earlier this week. Simmons had dropped the ball in the end zone. He was down on himself. What they said was 20 seconds or so. All his teammates came and picked him up, and he came back out, 4 catches, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns last week, including a 70-yard touchdown. What they said would have been on SportsCenter was one of the 70-yard touchdowns. I guess he caught it over a couple of corners for Laporte, and he took it the distance. And just reading on in the article, head coach Mason says, quote, "Best group of skill players I've ever had."
They are skilled. They have a lot of weapons, and it's going to be interesting, like I said, to see how the Crown Point defense adjusts, maybe move their safeties back a little bit, and, that chess match that these guys are going to be playing tonight. And, again, you got 2 possible Hall of Fame coaches, so there's no secrets at this point. There's a lot of video out there, a lot of tape. So it's going to be interesting, and at this point, like you said, you just line up and play and see who's got what at this point.
Definitely a chess match between Buzia and Mason.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Crown Point offense. J.J. Johnson, your junior quarterback. Elijah Tijuan is your running back at 215 junior. Wide receivers, Nathan Woodrick. Bodie Barant is junior wideout, and Landon Delich, 6'3", sophomore on the other side. Right tackle, Jack Darlington. Right guard, Jackson Roos. Center is Owen Savelis. He's a 325-pound senior. Left guard is Logan Pakarowski, 265 junior. Aiden Durig, the left tackle, junior. And Seamus Molaski, the tight end, on the opposite side. What do you see from the offense on the Bulldogs?
I think J.J. Johnson's just getting better and better. He's got great weapons to use, like you mentioned, Elijah Taiwan in the backfield. Landon Delich is one of my favorite receivers I've seen this year. He does a great job of positioning himself and his body to get in between the ball and the defender. You're going to like to watch him play tonight. And I think Michigan City's given up a lot of points this year, and Crown Point, as long as they don't give the ball to Michigan City, I think they're going to have a chance to move the football as much as they want to tonight. So it could be a little bit of a shootout, but we'll see what happens.
We were here. I was here with you over the Valpo game a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, and it was Landon Delich having a field day on those senior corners for Valpo, and it was interesting to just see him. Yeah, like you said, a possession receiver, and he's tall at 6'3".
6'3", 175. That's a handful for any high school secondary.
Right.
So, again, with him and Elijah Taiwan out of the backfield, and they do a great job of using the tight end, sophomore, 6'5", 205, Seamus Mulaski. He's been open all year up the middle. So they have a lot of weapons, and like I mentioned before, Johnson's just getting better and better. And, not only are they, looking for good things this year, but there are great things coming down the road for Bulldog football.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm sure Coach Buzia is excited about that. Let's take a look at Phil Mason's defense. Defensive end Cornell Branch is defensive end senior. And the tackle is Mike Williams, a 320-pound senior. Donovan Linenberger is a 300-pound senior, and William Buskrick is a 210-pound senior. Seniors across the board, big boys too, on the defensive line for the Wolves. Hayden Dwornick is a linebacker. Michael Woodward is the junior middle linebacker. Deion Burnett, linebacker on the opposite side, a senior as well. Corner left to right, Elijah Robinson is a senior. Romel Bell, a 5'8", 150-pound senior for safety. James Fleming, 170-pound sophomore. The 5'8" corner on the opposite side is Kenan Tucker Jr. He's a senior defensive cornerback for Phil Mason's Michigan City defense. We are taking a look at the coin toss. Crown Point and Michigan City. Michigan City won the toss. They choose to defer. And Crown Point will get the ball to get things going here in the first quarter. Crown Point and Michigan City are ready to go here. Doug, we take a look at that Wolves defense. What stood out with you?
Well, unfortunately for the Wolves defense, is one thing that stands out is the size and the size disparity between their corners and safeties compared to the receivers and tight ends of Crown Point. If I'm Coach Bazia, that might be a matchup where I can just throw the ball up there, and back shoulder it or high point it with these guys. But we'll see if the front four of Michigan City can put pressure on J.J. Johnson and not let him sit back there and have all day to throw it. But that is a glaring number right now off the top of my head.
Yeah, just going up against Landon Delich at 6'3", that's going to be a tough matchup.
That's a long night.
Yeah.
Ready or not.
Sometimes with the weather's kind of an equalizer, so any advantage that a team might have, the weather might kind of negate any of those advantages, and it just turns into possession football, which Crown Point is also very good at.
We are ready to go here at Crown Point as the rain is lightly coming down to start things off. And kickoff is to the 9-yard line. Taking it right through the middle and a big hole. And midfield and more. Stiff arm on the kicker to the 20. Finally brought down inside the 20. Big run for the Bulldogs.
There's Bodie Brandt with a nice return there. There was a little bit of talk up here in the press box. We really liked how the Bulldogs were warming up. They were playing with great emotion in their warm-ups. They were ready to play tonight. That's one thing, with high school kids. You got to be ready to play, get some excitement going, get the blood flowing. They got the music cranking here. They got full stands, even in the rain. Great student support. So that emotion, hopefully we'll see how long that lasts and see if they can carry that over.
Definitely the start you want if you're Crown Point. So J.J. Johnson and the Bulldogs offense will come out. Two wide set to the left. Johnson on 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. It's a handoff to Taiwan. He's up the middle for a pickup of about 3.
And I say this every week we have Crown Point, but they're going to do this. They're going to run the ball up the middle. They're going to run the ball outside a little bit. And what that does is that's going to soften up the middle of that defense. and then at some point they'll loosen up their tight end, Seamus Mulaski, and get him open, and then take shots over the top with Delich and Nathan Woodrick. So this is just perfectly coming into Coach Bazia's game plan here.
And they went right at their 320-pound defensive tackle, Mike Williams, on the first play. They go at him again, and not getting much is Johnson. Picks up 1, 3rd and long coming up now.
Yeah, again, these are just body blows, and Michigan City's doing a good job of slowing them down so far. But then here's just sets up later on. It'll set up some play action or some things on the outside because every time you run the football, it makes that defense come in a little bit more and pulls the safeties up a little bit more, and eventually they will take shots over the top. And with that size disparity with receivers, that for Crown Point, you can expect a ball up in the air here pretty soon.
Crown Point going 3 wide to the far side of the field. Johnson in shotgun. And he's going to keep it right up the middle, trying to get to the first down marker. He's going to come up about a yard or two short, down to the 10. That'll brings up 4th down for Buzia. Let's see what he calls here.
Three plays up the middle like that means they saw something. They saw some film where they saw some openings there. If he made it past that first level, past that line of scrimmage there, he's got room to go. So Michigan City's doing a good job so far containing the middle of the between the tackles a little bit so far.
And you got Williams and Lindenberger, a couple big boys for Michigan City. Johnson trying to draw them off, and Crown Point's going to take a timeout.
Yeah.
Crown Point takes the timeout. They will talk things over. Want to thank Toyota of Maryville for sponsoring high school football right here on the Region Sports Network. And when you're looking for your next new or pre-owned vehicle, visit Toyota of Maryville. Toyota of Maryville, we make it easy.
In this situation here, I've seen Crown Point, they kind of load up one side of the line of scrimmage with their tight end. They bring everybody tight, and then they'll bring in Elijah Taiwan and they'll put him on the same side, and everybody will just block for J.J. Johnson for short yardage. And down by the short yardage situations or down by the goal line. I've seen it a few times this year, so I'm sure Coach Mason's seen that on film. Yeah. Again, this is one of those chess match things. Yeah. We'll see how they prepared for it and how they adjust to see what happens.
I was going to say, you talk like you know what's going to happen.
It's we've seen them a couple times this year, but right. So you could either do that or go just straight spread them out and go 5 wide or something.
You think Buzia maybe shows them that same look and go something different completely that they haven't seen on film?
Sure.
Too?
Yeah, I'm sure there's adjustments that we haven't seen yet.
4th and 2. Put everybody on the right side.
Yeah.
Johnson taking it to the right side. He's close to that marker.
He didn't make it.
Referee coming in. He looks short.
Yeah, they loaded up the right side of the line of scrimmage like we mentioned, and Michigan City was well prepared for that.
It is a big stop for the Wolves defense on 4th down. So after the big return down to about the 19-yard line, Michigan City with a big stop, 3 and out.
That is a nice momentum shift there for Michigan City, especially on the road. Sometimes you got to overcome that first few minutes of emotion and the crowd going, and they did a great job of that here and getting a stop down in the red zone.
And we didn't see a pass from Johnson there. You maybe think the rain being a factor in the play calling there. Here is a throw out to the right side, and the catch is made by
Darian Wilcoxon. Number 20 is the receiver there.
Yep.
Good little quick pass. Good game. Good way to get the game going. A little easy pass for the receivers and quarterback. A little timing play.
Brings up 2nd and 6. Ball's on the 13-yard line for Michigan City. Throwing it out to the left side. Kind of the same play.
Yeah.
And there he goes. Down the sideline. Got some speed to the midfield. Can they run him down? It's a foot race. Cuts back in the 30. Taken down to the 25-yard line. Big catch and run there from Darian Wilcoxon on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, you could see the Crown Point secondary is really giving the receivers a lot of room for Michigan City. So just get him the ball and let him be athletic. And the receiver on that side made a great block and give him a chance to get outside and along the sideline. So, again, this is a good start here for Michigan City.
Goes about 60, 65 yards on the catch and run. 1st and 10 from the 24. They hand it off up the middle. That's Anderson, the senior running back, picks up a couple on the play.
Again, I think that might be an advantage that early on, especially that Michigan City will have, is maybe up the middle with the three-man front for Crown Point's defense there. See if Michigan City can create some gaps and just get 3 or 4 yards at a time.
2nd and 6 from the 20. This is Bush. He'll hand it off. Trying to cut back is Hart. Picks up maybe 1 or 2. That'll bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, he did a good job cutting that up there. He saw the defense was containing him, not letting him get outside, so that was a good job by the Bulldogs. But I thought Hart did a good job of putting his foot down and maybe trying to get a couple yards there. It could have been a loss.
Jaden Hart listed as a wide receiver, taking the handoff there. Anderson now back out behind, and Michigan City is going to take a timeout here. Coach Mason was not happy on that one.
Yeah, he is not real happy right now, but it's early, and call a timeout. You make sure you get everything right. You're down in scoring position, so hopefully you get 3 points out of this at least.
Mayor Uran and the City of Crown Point Parks and Athletics are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog football and say go Bulldogs. Mayor Uran and the Pace Department are looking forward to a winter filled with fun activities at Bulldog Park. For more information, visit crownpoint.in.gov or call the Pace Department at 219-662-2271. 3rd and 5 coming up here for Michigan City from the 19-yard line.
Yeah, I was looking to see that. Looks like we've had a uniform change. Is that what you're talking about, Phyllis? Number 20 is now Omarion Hatch. They did change uniforms, and it's good to get their proper identification when they're doing good things, right?
Here's Bush tossing it out and makes a catch. He's got the first down, cuts back toward the middle of the field, down to the 5-yard line. That's a first down for Giovanni Laurent. He said the former quarterback now getting in at wide receiver there.
Yeah, last time I saw him play, he was quarterback at home against Chesterton, and having him on getting the ability to get out wide, give them more weapons. So you got Bush, who's a sophomore, who does not play like a sophomore. He's doing a great job so far, but that's a valuable asset to have on the outside.
First and 10 from the 4-yard line. And looks like possible false start coming up here for Michigan City.
There's a flag on the play. Preliminary signal offsides against the Bulldogs.
No, it's going to be offsides.
Yeah, they all jumped when Hatch went in motion there to the left. They all jumped offsides. They're all a little eager down here by the goal line trying to get in the backfield.
So ball on the 4-yard line. Make that the 2, and he trying to go right up the middle, but it's stuffed by the Bulldog defense. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Gain of 1. Michigan City will have 2nd and goal.
So 2nd and goal.
It was a good job by the Bulldog defense there. Make a stand, get in the backfield. In this situation here, you want to try to move that line of scrimmage to maybe the 3 or 4. You want to get to the backfield and make them bounce outside. Don't allow anything here between the tackles.
Late handoff here, and up the middle into the end zone is Anderson for the Wolves touchdown.
I just like watching that kid run the football. He's a big kid, Raytheon Anderson, and He's fun to watch, and he's tough. Got to be tough to stop down here along the goal line.
Yeah, you mentioned Anderson. You said, what, a tank?
Yeah, he's a little bowling ball, man. He's tough.
Robinson to hold. Oleksik will attempt the point after.
Oleksik is the kicker for the extra point, and it is good. 7-0 our score, 6:14 to play in the first quarter. Take a short one. You're watching Game Night in the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Welcome back to a Game Night in the Region Sports Network. We are streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, facebook.com/Crown Point Sports, and regionsports.com, along with crownpointsports.com. 7-0 our score. Anderson punched it in for the Wolves from about a yard out, giving the Wolves the early lead here over the Bulldogs.
Like I said, if it was the weather was allowing for it, we might have a little bit of a shootout here.
Yeah, this is Brandt getting taken down just past the 25-yard line. And still, the rain coming down pretty steady. Umbrellas out for the fans along with the ponchos. Decent crowd for a night like this with the rain for Crown Point, not so much on the Michigan City side.
Crown Point, like I said, I've seen them a few times this year, and they have great support, great community support, and they've had, I think they had like a cheerleader camp or something going on for pregame, so they always find a way to put people in the seats, and Coach Bazilla's got a lot of support this year, and he's in the right town because Crown Point loves their sports.
So let's see what Johnson and the Bulldogs offense can do on their second possession here from their own 22. And in motion, and Johnson gets taken down. Sack coming in from the opposite side. Number 34, Hayden Dwornik, the senior linebacker.
Again, that's how Michigan City's going to have to do something to try to slow down their looks down the field. Their safety was way up too. They were almost in a zero coverage. He followed the man in motion. I'm sure the Crown Point offensive coordinator saw that, but there was no one. This was like a zero safety blitz right there.
Backs them up to the 23, 2nd and 14. Johnson throwing deep. He's looking for a man. What a catch! Down the sideline. Taken down at the 30-yard line. Raymond Santiago with the one-handed catch. There is a flag on the play.
That's just example one of how they're going to take advantage of that size advantage that they have on the outside. But that also shows the importance of Michigan City putting some pressure on Johnson in the backfield. They've got to make him move his feet and get out of the pocket a little bit.
So the catch and run gets him down to the 28-yard line. What a catch by Santiago. Pass interference on Michigan City. And Santiago in there at 6'1".
And you see how close the Michigan City safety is. I mean, they could run that same play right here.
Handoff up the middle. It's Taiwan taking it to the 22. Dragging a couple guys there for a pickup of 6.
Yeah, that's good power for. He's not that big of a kid comparatively to the other side, the little tank that Raytheon Anderson on the other side, but. He was dragging guys there. That's a good getting downhill kind of attitude right there.
2nd and 5 from the 23 of Michigan City. And hand it off, going nowhere.
On the ball carrier.
Pick up maybe one. Third and short coming down. Interesting. Crown Point had 3 wide on the far side up against 3 corners. No safety help. One-on-one over that side. Interesting that they didn't take a look.
Yeah, they're very ball possession offense. They're going to run the ball. They're going to, I'm not going to say conservative, but they're going to play a lot between the tackles. They're going to move the ball around.
A lot of movement.
Offsides.
There's a flag on the
It will
play.
be
Preliminary
offsides.
signal, offsides against Michigan City.
All that movement caused Michigan City to move,
Penalty will be
and that
Bulldogs. First
gives
down.
Crown Point a first down.
Yeah, you want to try to limit those mistakes here tonight. You don't want to give them first downs. You want to make them earn it. Puts them in the red zone for the Bulldogs here.
That's a second penalty on this drive for Michigan City. Same formation. Pass is caught for the touchdown
Pass complete.
for Crown Point.
88 Randy Locke. Good for the
Randy Locke
touchdown.
is the receiver for that one.
Yeah, that was a good job of a little misdirection. They pulled the eyes of Michigan City the way of the with the play action, and both tight ends were wide open. He had his choice there.
As we watch the Castle Automotive replay, and it was Locke getting open by about 4 yards or so. Castle Subaru in Portage and Castle Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick in Chesterton. Extra point coming on from Sam Brewer is good. That ties the game at 7. 3:36 to play in the first. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Ethos Dental Group in Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Stojkovic and Associates utilize the latest in technology. Ethos Dental Group would like to join you in welcoming Dr. Emily Hansen to their team. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region, regionsports.com. Mike Zajac, Doug Nelson in Crown Point, Indiana. 7-7 our score. It was a touchdown throw from Johnson to Randy Locke, the junior tight end.
28. Mike.
Tying these things up at 7. As Brewer getting ready to kick it off. Rain still coming down pretty good. Expecting it possibly the rest of the night. It will be. I'm not sure if it'll
For the Bulldogs.
get a little bit harder.
Kenyon Tucker is deep for Michigan City.
Good thing it's not too windy as well.
Yeah, it's not a bad evening. I'll take this.
Good football weather. Kickoff into the end zone.
The kick goes into the end zone for the touchback. Michigan
It's a
City
touchback.
will
Michigan City
their own 20.
get it for them at the 20. Tyler Bush and company coming out.
I will say, before anything else happens here, that Sam Brewer's been my favorite kicker to watch this year.
Yeah.
It could come down to a field goal later on tonight or maybe later on in the postseason, but of the football games and teams we've seen this year, the special teams is a situation that could make or break a game, and the importance of that kicker in Sam and Brewer, he's been the best field goal kicker I've seen all year. He's done a great job, and to put the ball in the end zone consistently and make them start on the 20 every time, that's quite the advantage.
Yeah, not too many teams have that in high school football. As this is Bush is going to hand this one off to Hatch, and he's going to lose a few yards, taken back to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, the right end of the Crown Point defense there, like we mentioned, the outside linebacker is going to try to turn that in and give the other defenders a chance to come and make a tackle behind him. So he did his job there and didn't let Hatch get to the outside.
Michigan City will have second and 12.
Second and 12 from their own 18-yard line. 3 minutes to play in the first. All kinds of movement on the defensive side of the ball for Crown Point as they settle. High snap. They get it. Bush out to the right side. Breaks away from one, and not going anywhere else is Laurent. Picks up a first down, though, across the 30-yard line.
That was a good job there by Tyler Bush. Like we mentioned, he's a sophomore that does not play like a sophomore. The Bulldogs had 8 or 9 guys in the box there. He had to get rid of it pretty quickly. So he got rid of the football and gave Laurent a chance to make a play there on the outside before the defense could get to him. So that's a nice job.
1st and 10 from the 31. Bush, left side, throws. Hatch was met as he caught it. Drops him about 4 or 5 yards. Is that Dom Sopchak on the tackle? Could be wrong.
Jason Kostic and Sopchak was there to clean it up, but that's a good job by the outside perimeter people of Crown Point to make a play there once Bush got rid of the football.
I'll go with what the PA announcer said.
I was kind of waiting for him to say something.
2nd and 14 now for Michigan City. Bush looking, throws. He's got Laurent. It is a catch. Gets, looks like, back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe out to the 32. So that'll bring 3rd and long.
It looks like Crown Point's just dropping back. It's kind of a bend but don't break. Try to keep Laurent in front of them and break down and make a tackle once he does catch the football. But in a second and long situation like that, you can do that. But and also here in a 3rd down and long, we'll see how the secondary adjusts here for Crown Point.
And Bush getting some pressure, but he's still staying in that pocket. So it's a great job by that offensive line that he has in front of him, as this one's caught out and a first down across the 45 to the 46.
Again, that was a nice job by Bush. They had 2 guys, Crown Point had 2 guys on Laurent. They had a safety and the corner over here with him. So just the fact that he can draw attention out wide and get somebody up the middle open for Michigan City, that's a great read there by Bush.
It's a pickup of 9 on the play for Jaden Hart, the wide receiver, sophomore. 1st and 10 from their own 46. It's Hatch in motion. They flip it out, and there's a flag.
There's a flag on the play. Offsides against
It'll be offsides on Crown Point.
That's the kind of stuff, again, you want to clean up as you're heading into the postseason. I know I keep mentioning the postseason, but that's the goal at this point. Neither one of these teams can win the Duneland. Maryville's got it this year. But that's what they're trying to clean up and get rid of those silly mistakes that they can control.
1st and 5 now from Crown Point 49. They hand it off. Anderson plowing his way across the 40. He's got a first down to the 39 for Michigan City.
Yeah, I love how he runs the football. He runs hard, and he's always going downhill. The momentum is always falling forward. And that's good skill to have for a running back.
10 seconds left to go in the first. It looks like Michigan City will head toward the sideline and let the clock run out. 7-7 is our score after 1. Crown Point and Michigan City. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
If you work with industrial, pneumatics, or hydraulics, and you're in need of maintenance or repair, you need the right connection. For over 20 years, Hose Connections in Hammond has been the premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop for sales and service of pneumatics and hydraulics. Hose Connections continues to grow their network of industry contacts, which allows them to meet even your toughest expectations. To learn more, visit HoseConnectionsInc.com. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.
Did you know?
Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait.
Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week.
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party.
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area.
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region. Region Sports Network, regionsports.com, crownpointsports.com. Mike Zajac along with Doug Nelson. Start of the second quarter, 7-7 our score, and Michigan City is driving here. It's a handoff, Anderson right side. He's bulldozing his way across the 35 to the 33-yard line.
Again, little sleight of hand there by Bush. He did doing a good job of handling the football, but they had a guy going in motion for the option out wide, and then they can hand it off there to Anderson in the inside. And again, the first guy who makes contact with him rarely brings him down, and I just love the way he runs.
Last week, Anderson 12 for 57 yards, 2 touchdowns. Already with 1 tonight. 2nd and 3. Bush looking right, throws right, got a man on the defensive side, fell down. This one is Hatch. He's got a first down inside the red zone for the Wolves.
Yeah, it looked like number 47, Aiden White, I want to say, slipped there, a little wet turf. You know, you don't have the mud like we had when we were kids, but the turf does get a little slick out there, right. And it can cause a problem.
Have you ever played on this?
Not football, but we've done a lot of baseball on turf. Okay.
1st and 10 from the 13. Anderson with the carry, getting back to the line of scrimmage. Excuse me, that was Jaden Hart on the carry.
No gain on the play.
Again, we're seeing if Crown Point can tighten up, and they get when Michigan City gets a ball in the end or in the red zone here, the Crown Point defense tightens up a little bit, and they don't get as wide as they would in the middle of the field. They kind of bring their ends in and their outside linebackers in a little closer together.
2nd and 10 for the Wolves from the Bulldog 13-yard line. Bush looks right, throws, end zone, caught for the touchdown. It's Hatch, and the Wolves back on top.
It's hard to not be impressed by Tyler Bush, isn't it? He's tough.
As we watch the Castle Automotive replay, it's Hatch getting a step on his defender. Shop Castle Cars Direct at castlecarsdirect.com.
We've got 2 young quarterbacks here. Both of them, J.J. Johnson from Crown Point's a junior, and Tyler Bush from Michigan City's a sophomore. And it's going to be fun to watch here in the future.
Extra point up is good. 14-7 our score. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Serving 100% prime beef burgers, Burger House is the ideal place to satisfy a hearty appetite. The Burger House menu offers more than just burgers. How about a salad, or fish and chips, or maybe fish tacos? Whatever you decide on, the Burger House chefs will prepare it from scratch. Every burger sold from their 2 locations in Valparaiso and Schererville goes to help children in need through their partnership with Kids Alive International. Check them out on the web at visitburgerhouse.com.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. We're streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, facebook.com/Crown Point Sports, regionsports.com, and crownpointsports.com. Mike Zajac here along with Doug Nelson, Crown Point High School. 14-7 our score in the second quarter. Michigan City on top. Here's the catch by Hatch from Bush. Give the Wolves the lead.
Really entertaining ball game, huh?
Yeah, sure.
A lot of offense, moving the football. It's fun to watch.
It's a pooch kick out to the far side of the field. It's a fair catch. A nice field position for Crown Point around the 32-yard line. You surprised with the scores being so high?
No, again, we mentioned Michigan City's given up a lot of points this year, and Michigan City offensively has got a lot of weapons. So could come down to whoever's got the game got the ball last. And Those are a lot funner than running clock games we've had here last couple games.
Or the 14-7 game, Crown Point. A lot of punts in that one last week.
Right.
So here's Johnson and the Bulldog offense trying to match things up, tie things up here against Michigan City. Johnson looking. He's got pressure, throws over the middle, almost intercepted. And it was number 14 getting in there. James Fleming knocking it down.
Yeah, the Michigan City defender, number 16, Emmanuel Hodgson, put a little pressure on Johnson in the backfield. Maybe threw it a little sooner than he wanted to, but that could have been a turnover very quickly there from Michigan City. Johnson got away with one.
That brings up 2nd and 10. 3 wide out to the right side. No safety help over there. And Johnson takes it right up the middle. He bounces it out to the outside. He's got room, trying to catch him down, and they do knock him out of the bounds around the 40-yard line. It's a first down for Crown Point into Michigan City territory.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. Once you get past that first level of defense, the way that the Michigan City's playing with so many guys in the box, you could do some damage down the field. There's just not a whole lot of help behind them, but that's a great job by Bulldogs, and like we mentioned, both teams are moving the football and see if they can continue to execute and put the ball in the end zone.
1st and 10 from the Wolves' 41. Johnson keeps it up the middle, going nowhere. Picks up maybe 1. 2nd down.
I don't think so far, and we've talked about it, I don't think the rain's really affected the game so much yet, right?
Not too much.
The ball doesn't seem real slick, and we've seen a couple guys slip and fall on defense, but it's not too bad yet.
And I think it looks like the rain is stopped at the moment.
Might be just a drizzle. Might be. I see a few umbrellas out there, but it's still not that bad. It's just enough to be annoying, maybe. I don't know.
2nd and 9 from the 40. Johnson to Taiwan, and he's trying to get away from the defenders, and he cannot. The Wolves all over him at the line of scrimmage.
I've been really impressed with the front four from Michigan City. Controlling that line of scrimmage, that's a good job for them, and that's a good omen for them for the rest of this ball game. That's usually a good sign for you. If you can control that box, good things are going to happen for you for that evening.
If you can control that line, good things are going to happen.
Yeah, they're clogging up a lot of holes.
It's those big guys, Williams and Lindenberger, a couple 300-pound seniors. 2nd and 9 now, 8:25 to play in the second quarter. And Crown Point has to waste another timeout here.
Yeah, they had 12 guys on the field. They had to hurry up and get somebody off.
I want to thank Toyota of Maryville for sponsoring high school football right here on the Region Sports Network. And when you're looking for your next new or pre-owned vehicle, visit Toyota of Maryville. Toyota of Maryville, we make it easy. It's going to be 8:21 to play in the second. 2nd and 9 coming up for Crown Point. What have you liked about Crown Point's offense so far?
Again, when they do have the opportunity to get outside, good things happen. And again, like we mentioned, they continue to try to run the football up the middle, and those are like we've mentioned it week after week. Those are like body shots, that pulls up the defense, and eventually that gives you time to, use your big tight ends or use your height advantage on the outside. So if Michigan City continues to put pressure in the Bush in the backfield, then it'll be a long night for him. But if he has time to set his feet, then he will have plenty of targets downfield to find.
You surprised we haven't seen more passing from Crown Point, even though it has been a little bit wet?
I agree. I do. I am a little bit surprised, but I know, like we've said, Coach Bazia is very much a ball possession, run the ball, set things up kind of offensive-minded guy, but it'll be a matter of time before the ball gets in the air.
I mentioned that defense of the Wolves. They're bunched up at the line. And Johnson fakes it. Now he's going to lob one up, and the catch is made and then dropped. Incomplete. Intended for lack.
He had that ball for a long time. The ground might have caused the fumble there, but I thought he had it until he went down without it. That was a great pass, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, great.
It was a fingertip pass.
Great lob put in the breadbasket for him. Could not hang on. And I think maybe the wet ball might have factored that one in.
Could be a little bit. The defense was all over him, but that would have been a fantastic catch if he could have finished it.
Crown Point already with 5 seconds to go on the play clock. They have got to hurry. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Johnson gets it off. Pressured. Ball is loose. Picked up by the Wolves. Turnover for Crown Point.
Yeah, that might have been a good time for a timeout. They rushed. They were getting to the line of scrimmage way too late. They weren't all 11 set. Might have been a good spot for a timeout there. But that's a great job by Michigan City. They brought the heat and got to them, and that's one way you can limit the Bulldogs' advantage that they do have on the perimeter.
It was Mikhail Woodward picking it up. Not sure who got the hit on Johnson. So the Wolves take over at the 40-yard line of Crown Point now. Big turnover.
Quick change to see what happens. See if they take a shot down the field here or go methodically down the field.
Bush looking, throwing deep. He's got a man wide open. It's Hatch for the touchdown.
That's your quick change play. That's what I would have done if I was playing video games, for sure. Shot down the field after a turnover, a little bit hectic right now. That's a great job by Michigan City, and they found an opening there.
Hatch got right up the middle. Nobody on him. And he gets in for Michigan City to go up 2 scores.
Robinson to hold. Alexic will attempt the point after.
Lesnick is the kicker, and extra point does go in. 21-7 is the score. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Those drops of water coming from your ceiling can make a lasting impression on your home or business. Before the tide turns, call Great Lakes Roofing, 866-551-7121. They work with your deadline, not theirs. From businesses to homeowners to property managers, the team of problem solvers at Great Lakes Roofing will be there fast and will exceed your expectations. And when the rain falls again, they will follow up to make sure that you're dry and comfortable. Great Lakes Roofing, 866-551-7121, or on the web at greatlakesroof.com.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. We're from Crown Point High School. 21-7 our score. It's Michigan City on top. A 40-yard touchdown pass from Bush to Hatch. Wide open was Hatch on that play after the fumble recovery. And now the Wolves in the driver's seat in this one.
Long way to go, but then again, that's what good teams are supposed to do. You take advantage of a turnover, and right away they took advantage of it and put the ball in the end zone.
It's a short kick to the 21 and taken out to the 29. Pick up of 8 on the return. So let's see what Coach Buzio wants to do with the offense. Down 2 scores, 7:52 to play in the second. Coming out after the fumble. And on 4th down, too, 4th and 9 it was. Johnson back to pass, and it was just knocked out of his hands. And the Wolves recovered and got the touchdown.
I've been really impressed with the efficiency of Michigan City. They're playing pretty well on both sides of the football. And Coach Mason's got to be pretty happy at this point.
And taking that long drive out here from Michigan City. They got the lead. They bunch up the defense again. Johnson's going to keep it. He's trying to get away, and he's going to have to throw this one out of bounds.
Did a good job of getting rid of that one. He had a pack of wolves coming at him behind. he did a good job of just living to see another day.
We talked about before about that chess match. Now Mason's bringing everybody up to that middle where Johnson was running it with Taiwan. Now they're trying to get Johnson to the outside, and you see what happens there. He's got to throw it out of bounds, and now it's back on Coach Bucio. What does he call here on 2nd and 10?
Yeah, again, I don't know if you do try to run the ball up the middle. Michigan City smells a little blood in the water, I think, right now. Crown Point's a little bit on their heels. We'll see how if Michigan City continues to bring the pressure like they do. You see how many guys they got in the box, and the safety's 5 yards behind. He's up. There's no one there.
And movement on the line of both sides. Yeah, it'll be a false start. Back it up, Crown Point 5 yards.
I think Crown Point's a little out of sync right now, and I also think Johnson feels the pressure that Michigan City's bringing every play. Their safety is up close to the line of scrimmage, and they're bringing more guys than Crown Point can block right now. We'll see if they can make an adjustment here and maybe a tight end right behind that line of scrimmage, a little hot pass, and see what's open.
Man in motion is Santiago. They throw it back to the other side. Taiwan right there is taken down after the catch.
Try to run a little screen there, but the defensive speed of Michigan City on the perimeter just does not allow them to get past the line of scrimmage. If you can break a tackle, you got all day. You can run forever, but Michigan City's adjusting well to the football and playing very disciplined football right now. I'm pretty impressed with Coach Mason's group right now.
Woodard on the tackle for Michigan City. He had that fumble recovery. So now that brings up 3rd and 16 from their own 23-yard line. 4 wide, 2 to the left, 2 to the right for Johnson, man in motion. Fakes it, looking left, throwing left, and incomplete. Looks like Brandt, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th and long, punting team coming out.
Yeah, this is the most inconsistent I've seen Johnson this year. Again, I think the different looks that Michigan City's bringing might have him a little bit confused. But he had a guy open there, and he actually had a couple guys on near side pretty open. But he just looks a little unsettled right now, and they need to get to halftime and recollect a little bit.
I was going to say, he looks a little flustered back there.
Yeah, they've got him confused right now.
Punt is away from Brewer. It's a good one. Past the 50 to the 45, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, good call.
1st and 10 for Michigan City. It's interesting. A few years ago when I was doing games, you didn't see the screens out here.
I know it.
It's
how far has it come?
Right?
Gone are the days of the chalkboards.
Right.
We went from chalkboards to whiteboards to smartboards. It's unbelievable how far we've come. But for the coaches, it was much easier to break a chalkboard or something to get their attention. Throw some chalk. You don't want to break one of these $500 screens.
No, you do not. That would not make the Crown Point School Board happy.
Yeah, the boosters might get bothered by that.
Yeah, this is Bush going to keep it. He was pressured. Picks up 2.
Again, the momentum is all on Michigan City's side right now. We'll see how Coach Mason handles that and take some more shots. That he was looking down the field again.
Yeah,
he was looking for another deep shot. So at this point too, you could decide, okay, let's handle the football and maybe control the clock a little bit. Let's get get some points on the board heading into halftime. That could be a direction that they go also.
2nd and 8 from their own 47. Bush will give it to Anderson. He cuts his way for a 1st down and a little bit more. Past midfield out to the 42-yard line. Moves the chains for the Wolves.
I know he's doing a great job of being shifty and making guys miss, but the Michigan City line right now are creating some holes. They're doing a great job and giving him all kinds of room to run inside between the tackles.
Yeah, Michigan City does not have a big line at all. Looks like everybody's under 250. This is a throw out the hatch. Has some blocker out in front, and there he goes down the sideline. Can he get the corner? Yes, he can. Hatch in for another touchdown, adds on to the lead for Michigan City.
Is he fast or what?
It was number 1, Laurent, the wide receiver with the block. And Hatch takes that one about 42 yards for the score.
Right now, Coach Bazia is just trying to get to the locker room at halftime. He's just, let's just hold it, hold the ball. Let's try to limit the damage right now and recollect here in halftime.
Extra point is good. Michigan City 28, Crown Point 7. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops.
Welcome back to a Game Night in the Region Sports Network. Mike Zajac along with Doug Nelson from Crown Point. 28-7 is our score. It's Michigan City on top of Crown Point. Michigan City came in hot. 3 wins in a row against Lake Central, Portage, and LaPorte. And they are riding that three-game win streak right here into Crown Point, giving it to them.
Man, they're doing just about whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
You know, Crown Point is putting no pressure on Bush, and they're doing just about whatever they want to do, and they're executing and not hurting their own chances. So kudos to Coach Mason so far and the Wolves.
And they are making it look easy as it was a fumble, but recovered by Crown Point. So all sorts of problems for the Bulldogs. All right, so if you're Coach Buzia, are you opening up that playbook right now? I mean,
you would love to,
21.
Yeah, you would love to get the ball in the end zone here in the first half and maybe change momentum. Remember the emotion I talked about at the beginning of the game?
Yeah.
That good run back they had,
Yep.
and Michigan City weathered the storm, and it's been all Michigan City since then. So any kind of momentum that Crown Point can gain here in the second quarter heading into halftime would be very helpful for them.
And interesting, we haven't heard much of Landon Delich or Bodie Barant. They need to get these guys going if you're Crown Point. Johnson's going to keep it up the middle, trying to get to the outside, and he dives forward to pick up 4 on the play out to the 30-yard line, second down.
You got to be careful. He was stretching out with the football there. Donovan Lindenberger from Michigan City was about ready to just take it from him. So he was stretching for an extra yard or two. He was pretty fortunate to maintain possession of the ball. That would be catastrophic at this point for Crown Point.
Not what you want going into halftime. Just under 5 minutes to play here. The rain has started once again. Johnson fakes the pitch. Goes up the middle. Picks up 5 on the play. He's taken down. Third down and 1.
By 7, Tucker. The Bulldogs will have 3rd and 1.
This is a big third down for Crown Point. You got to keep your offense on the field right now. Find a way to get that 1 yard.
Yeah, defense needs a break, too. They hand it off Taiwan up the middle. He's got the first, fighting for more across the 40-yard line to the 42. That moves the chains for Crown Point. 4:10 to play in the first half.
And that's the thing is it's still, you have plenty of time. You don't, I know you mentioned opening the play. You can open the playbook, but it doesn't have to be throw every time,
right.
And you've got a long way to go here. You just need to get some kind of points and some momentum heading into halftime.
1st and 10 from their own 42. Taiwan, it looks like he slipped.
He slipped there.
But he did pick up 2.
He had a little bit of room. I don't know how far he would have gone if he hadn't slipped, but that was a slip there.
2nd and 8 coming up for Crown Point.
It is kind of I am a little surprised that we have not said Landon Delch's name more.
Another handoff up the middle, going nowhere. That big defensive line for Michigan City stuffing it. He gets to the 45-yard line, so 3rd and about 7 coming up.
He's got single coverage here on the near side, and it's just.
I mean, they've had single coverage all night, though.
Yeah.
And not much safety help because you mentioned the safeties 5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're bringing, like I said, you got 9 guys in the box right now. 8 guys. 8 guys in the box.
Johnson is going to keep it, trying to get to the outside. And he's wrestled down. I believe he's going to be just short. There is a flag.
He's just short of the first down. There's a flag on the play.
It's in the area of holding, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
It is a holding.
Yeah, I saw an offensive lineman kind of pleading his case to the sideline. It's like one of your kids trying to plead his innocence when something's broken in the kitchen. But he didn't stand a chance. He was the only guy there.
Or if you put a hole in the wall.
Yeah. It wasn't me. Well,
this is going to bring up 3rd and forever for Crown Point.
3rd and 17.
Yep.
Not too many of those plays in the playbook. We'll see how Coach Bazia handles this. We haven't seen too many shots to the tight end yet here up the middle. Again, those safeties coming up, putting a lot of pressure on Johnson in the backfield. Let's see if they can just give him enough time here to look down the field a little bit.
They need to get to the 48-yard line of Michigan City. Johnson pressured, throws in, incomplete. Intended for Barant. 4th down. It's like Barant wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
Turned around and the ball was there, but that was a great play by the defender.
Yeah, that might have been a case of Johnson sped up a little bit by the defenders being in his face. They brought the pressure, and he had to throw it maybe a step or two before he really wanted to.
2:28 on the clock in the first half. Brewers punt is a good one out near the 21-yard line and slipping on the catch. It looks like Laurent could not hold on, so let's see what Coach Mason wants to do. Are you, if you're the coach, you pedal to the metal just like before and gut punch?
For sure. I'm taking shots. They haven't stopped us yet.
No.
Why would I stop, keep your foot on them in a fist fight and keep the momentum going. Why slow down?
We mentioned both teams going to be off next week, heading into the playoffs. 2:20 to play in the first half, and they give it to Anderson, getting back to the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times, too, the first couple plays here of the drive will dictate if they are going to try to take a shot down the field. If you're not getting much, then start eating some clock and then punt the ball back to Crown Point. But this play here will dictate a lot how they're going to handle the series.
And Crown Point's offense has gotten nothing done all night, so no rush to move the ball. But, of course, I could be wrong. Here's a throw down the sideline. Got a man again, and incomplete. He had Laurent open far side, 3rd down. Laurent, the speed of these receivers for Michigan City they're just blowing by the defenders of Crown Point.
Yeah, he blew right by number 6 there, Anthony Letch. He was past him like he was standing still, literally. He was gone if that was a good throw right there.
3rd and 9 from the 22. And Michigan City will take a timeout, a minute 42 to play. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
It's been said that one man's junk is another man's treasure. But at Total Disposal, your junk is our junk. Think of Total Disposal as that key player that has several options: commercial, residential, or hand off your junk at our Blaine Street Partners transfer station. Total Disposal is more than a service provider. We are an innovator for a sustainable tomorrow, well beyond the curb. For a complete list of services, go to TotalDisposal.com. Honesty and dependability, that's the Total Disposal promise.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region Sports Network. We're on Facebook.com/Region Sports, Facebook.com/Crown Point Sports, RegionSports.com, and CrownPointSports.com. Third and 9, 1:42 to play for Michigan City. This is Bush. Back to pass. Looking, man in motion. He tosses it out to Hatch, and it's incomplete. Hatch was the man in motion. 4th down coming up for Michigan City. They'll punt it away.
See if Crown Point can get a little bit of a return here. Let's see what that, again, that'll dictate how they want to handle the last possession of the first half. And they do have one timeout left. They have nobody back.
No.
So I don't know if they're going to bring the heat to the punter here or just playing a little safe.
Robinson to punt. Sopchak is deep for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Sopchak runs back there now. Punt, pretty good. Takes a nice bounce, but it goes out of bounds around the 40. Nope, make it the 36-yard line. 1:30 to play in the first half. I mean, Crown Point really hasn't shown anything on offense. Tough decision here for Abuzia because you're not getting the ball at the start of the second half, so you do need points on the board.
Yeah, again, it is a tough decision because if you don't put points on the board, what's it matter? You know, again, you're going to have to continue to score here to try to get back in this ball game, but the Michigan City defense has been suffocating right now, and J.J. Johnson looks a little confused back there, and the timing's a little faster than he's used to, and because Michigan City's been in their backfield the entire evening.
And if you do pass the ball and it's incomplete, that stops the clock, gives the ball back. So Johnson tossing it out. Got a man, Barrett.
That might be a flag.
Incomplete. There is a flag.
He's got to turn around and find the football.
Is incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
That's a good job by, again, they gave him some time there. You know, Johnson finally had some time to look down the field and give his receiver a chance to run the full route. So that was a nice job there by the Bulldogs offensive line.
Elijah Robinson was the defender on that. He gets flagged for pass interference.
Again, that's one of those things from up here. It looks like that play is open all night if they have that time to throw because, like we mentioned, the safeties are all pulled up in the box and challenging the Crown Point Bulldogs to beat them in the air.
Do you keep an extra blocker if you're Crown Point with that happening?
Well, that's, Taiwan, that's why he's back there maybe, but.
He's got time on this one. It's to Brandt again. That is incomplete. And Brandt coming up limping. 2nd down.
Yeah, again, that's the kind of play that you're going to score on right there. You need to throw the ball out a little more in front of him and give him a chance to run away from the defender. But then that's the idea. Like you mentioned, Taiwan picked up a block there. Seamus Molaski, the tight end, picked up a block. So it's hard to decide how many guys you want to get in there and help protect Johnson. But then you got people give a chance to the guys down the field.
2nd and 10 from the Wolves, 49. They've got to hurry down to 2 seconds on the play clock. 1 second. They just get it off. Johnson's going to keep it up the middle, going nowhere once again. Picks up 1. Down to 1:05 to play.
So Romel Bell there was one of the many Michigan City Wolves in on the tackle. They're doing a great job of swarming to the football all evening here.
3rd and 9.
This is a situation here. Do you run another draw?
Yeah.
just get the clock moving, get to the halftime building, and recoup a little bit.
4 wide, they're trying to spread them out. Johnson rolling to his right, looking downfield, throws. It is caught around the 30-yard line. It's Santiago with another catch.
He did a great job of coming back to the quarterback. He saw he was in trouble, and he came back to shorten the distance between him and the quarterback. And Johnson did a great job of giving his guy a chance at the football. So Bulldogs on the move here a little bit.
28 seconds and counting for Crown Point. They're at the 32, trying to get into the end zone quickly here. It's a catch and run out of bounds. Another one for Santiago. Inside the red zone for the Bulldogs. 17 seconds to play in the first half.
If nothing else, this might be give the Bulldogs a little bit of a recipe of what they can do the second half. Have Johnson get rid of the football a little quicker, kind of like the Wolves are doing, getting Laurent the football very quickly out of the hands of Bush on the perimeter.
Third catch for Santiago, so they're finding something on that side against the Wolves. It's a timeout. We'll take one, too. 17 seconds play in the first half. You're watching Game Night in the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region Sports Network, Facebook.com/Region Sports, Facebook.com/Crown Point Sports, RegionSports.com, and CrownPointSports.com. We're all over the place. 17 seconds to play in the first half. Crown Point has 1st and 10 from the Wolves' 19-yard line, along with Doug Nelson, Mike Zajac here. Crown Point High School, 28-7 is our score. Michigan City on Crown Point. And the Michigan City Wolves offense all over that defense of the Bulldogs. But now Bulldogs having 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They throw 3 wide out to the right side for Johnson. He fakes it. He's looking. He's going end zone. Incomplete. A flag is thrown. And another pass interference on Michigan City. That's going to be their 3rd pass interference tonight.
Yeah, there might have been a little – they might have just got their feet crossed up there. I mean, I know it's a break for Crown Point. They'll take anything they can get right now. But Michigan City sideline's not real pleased with that call. But it just looks like they got mixed up a little bit.
Pass interference against the Wolves.
Hey, any way to move the ball if you're Crown Point.
For certain. And it stops the clock, and they have 1 timeout left here with 12 seconds. And, again, they need some kind of points right now.
Puts the ball at the 9.5-yard line. See what Johnson can do here on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to fake it, throw it right side. Johnson is open for the touchdown. Little trickery there from the Bulldogs as we watch the Castle Automotive replay. The toss, the pitch out, and the catch by J.J. Johnson, the quarterback, getting out there.
Is that Logan, number 15, Logan Hatt, back to J.J. Johnson? I saw 15 out on the field. He's the backup quarterback. Whatever it takes at this point for Crown Point.
Right. I did not see the number. Here's Brewer. Extra point is good. Cuts the lead. 28-14. So it's reasonable going into halftime. Just 6 seconds left. Anything's possible. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Attention homeowners, ready to start your next project? Need to pay off your debt? Refinance your home? Unlock the value of your home with a Sentier Bank no-fee home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Stop by a local Sentier branch today or visit us on the web at sentier.com/home equity. Terms and conditions subject to change without notice, subject to credit approval. Sentier Bank, NMLS number 408076, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to game night in the Region Sports Network. 28-14 our score. It's Crown Point getting into the end zone. A nice long drive for them to really cut it down. I think that's what Coach Buzio wanted to do, get it down to at least 0 seconds. They got it down to 6.
Yeah, they'll take that. And, of course, he doesn't like to be down by 2 touchdowns, but that just gives a little life to the sideline here and to the crowd, and get their boys a chance to compete here in the second half. 3 touchdowns is a big difference than 14 points.
And that was Logan Hatt, the freshman quarterback, tossing it out to Johnson. For the score, here is a squib kick, picked up at the 25, down to the 35-yard line. Stops the clock at 1 second. So,
we'll see if they take a knee.
I'm thinking Bush just throw it long and see what happens.
Either that or take a knee. But either way, nothing would surprise me with this ball game.
Bush having a nice game. He's got 3 touchdown passes. All 3 have been to O'Marion Hatch. Let's see what Coach Mason wants to do.
So Marion Hatchett was the kid that started, not even on the roster for us here tonight. He might have been on JV or been a late addition, but what a pickup for Michigan City. He's done a great job so far.
That's Bush. Gonna throw it out to Laurent. It's incomplete. Looks like they might have tried a lateral. Incomplete. We go to halftime. 28-14 our score. Michigan City on top of Crown Point. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
If you work with industrial, pneumatics, or hydraulics, and you're in need of maintenance or repair, you need the right connection. For over 20 years, Hose Connections in Hammond has been the premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop for sales and service of pneumatics and hydraulics. Hose Connections continues to grow their network of industry contacts, which allows them to meet even your toughest expectations. To learn more, visit HoseConnectionsInc.com. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake.
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
The team of sports medicine experts at Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana is committed to getting athletes back in the game, with a focus on not only helping patients recover from injuries, but helping improve athletic performance to prevent injuries. Orthopedic Specialists provides the most advanced, comprehensive care to their patients. To learn more about all orthopedic specialists can do to help rehab and prevent athletic injuries, visit them on the web at osni.org or call them at 219-923-3300. Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana, providing world-class care to Northwest Indiana for over 20 years.
Java Wave at your local Family Express is the perfect way to get your day started or keep you moving at any time. With 12 freshly ground bean-to-cup flavors to choose from, Java Wave at Family Express has just what you're looking for, whether it's hot or iced coffee. To see all of the delicious flavor options and to find a Family Express near you, log on to familyexpress.com/JavaWave. For over 113 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. Whether it's a simple, elaborate, traditional, or unique service, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. Visit them on the web at burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 11-17.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. We're at facebook.com/Region Sports, facebook.com/Crown Point Sports, regionsports.com, and crownpointsports.com. You're watching the Hose Connections Halftime Report. It's brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hoseconnectionsinc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. Along with Doug Nelson, Mike Zajac here. Michigan City on top of Crown Point, 28-14 is the score. A little bit of a surprise here in the first half. It was all offense of Michigan City.
Yeah, they were moving the ball, being very efficient, using a lot of different weapons. Again, we'll see how the second half goes, but I was really impressed with the play of Bush and Giovanni Laurent on the outside and the running back racing on Anderson. And, they have moved the ball, done just about whatever they want to do so far.
Yeah, it's been Bush to Hatch show pretty much the 3 touchdowns for Hatch. Had an open, I believe it was 40 yards or so. Another wide receiver took the corner with him. Hatch was wide open, nowhere near anybody else for Bush to throw to. He's been able to throw all over the field, and no contest from this defense at Crown Point.
Yeah, and again, with that's a bad recipe for the Crown Point defense. And I really thought they would maybe bring some more pressure onto Bush, but you're kind of rolling the dice because you have the speed of Hatch. God, he is quick down the sideline, and you got the speed of Laurent and the power of Anderson, and you kind of pick your poison. It's hard to do all of those things. You count on your front 3 to put the pressure on the defense, on the quarterback. But as soon as you bring up those linebackers and try to do the same thing, then you're leaving those other guys on an island, and it's been a bad matchup so far for Crown Point.
And we talked about in the pregame, it was Trey Simmons getting a lot of talk from the Times. 4 catches, 147 yards last week. I haven't heard his name tonight, but like Coach Mason said, this is the best group of skill players I've ever had. And Simmons was mentioned by Mason as possibly going to the next level of playing the MAC, Eastern Illinois and Illinois State, possible places he could go. And we have yet to hear him because they are just fully loaded with, you got Hart, Anderson, Laurent. I mean, it's all over the place.
Yeah, that's a handful for any defense to match up with, like you mentioned. I don't know of too many programs in the area that's got maybe outside of Maryville, of course, but that's got the speed and the ability to stretch the secondary of the defense like they can, and then that just opens up the middle for Anderson, and they've taken fully advantage of whatever they wanted so far.
On the opposite side, Crown Point, not much going on, 14 points. They did have the touchdown early on. Pretty quiet throughout the first quarter into the second quarter. Finally got that score at the end with 6 seconds left. A little trickery there from Hatt to Johnson as we take a look at the replay there. If you're a coach, Buzia, you talked about it, they're not going to be that team to come out and just throw it like Michigan City. And they're going to play a slow way of doing things. Your defense is struggling. How on offense can you get back?
Well, again, that last drive, I think they found something a little bit. They were getting rid of the ball quickly to the perimeter, and allowing their guys to make plays. Like we mentioned, they've had 8 or 9 guys in the box in the very, very close quarters there for Michigan City. So if you're able to get the ball on the outside and allow your guys to make plays like Michigan City's done, maybe you have a chance to move the ball down the field, because they haven't had a whole lot of success so far between the tackles.
No, and it's for Johnson to run. He's going up against it's 2 big guys we mentioned, Williams and Lindberger. They're just plugs up the middle, nothing for him. But they have had success when they throw it deep and they're getting the pass interference. That's helped them a lot.
Hey, he'll take whatever he can get at this point, moving the football. So, again, they'll make some adjustments, and we'll see how much they, like you mentioned, but pregame, how much do you want to show?
Right.
Again, we saw some guys limping a little bit. Do you sit a couple guys? I know they want to win, but you've got to see the big picture here, and we'll see if they go into their bench a little bit, or, in the first possession of Michigan City having the football might dictate maybe resting some guys down the road here a little bit. But, again, you got 2 competitors going at each other. They're going to do everything they can here for 4 quarters.
Yeah, both teams have an off week for next week, going into the playoffs. So interesting to see what happens in the second half. This scoreboard update is brought to you by Strack and Van Til. Strack and Van Til, shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strackandville.com. Doug's got the scores for us over there. What you got?
Second quarter score, Hobart 33, Munster 0. Second quarter, Maryville 33, Chesterton 0. Halftime score, Lowell 14, Andrean 0. It's a little bit of a shocker there, huh? Halftime score, Valparaiso 42, Lake Central 7. Halftime score, Hanover Central 7, Calumet 6. Another good ball game there. Second quarter, River Forest 41, Bowman Academy 0. Halftime score, Portage 28, LaPorte 7. Second quarter, Wheeler 21, Griffith 0. Second quarter score, Kankakee Valley 14, Highland 6. Second quarter, South Central 36, Bishop Knoll 6. Third quarter score, Hammond Central 51, East Chicago Central 12. And our last one, second quarter, Gary Westside 28, Christmas Addicts 0. A couple good ball games there. Heading into the postseason, there's a couple shockers there.
Yeah. What do you like about? Shockers. What are you seeing there?
Well, Hanover Central Calumet scores close. I know the Calumet Warriors have been fighting all year. Been a great season for them, but to be down by 1 point to Hanover Central, who's been rolling people this year, that's a good start for Calumet. It's nice to see Portage up at the half, scoring some points, up 28-7 against LaPorte. What was the other one? I can't. The Lowell up on Andrean, 14-0, and at the half. That's a big lead there for Lowell. That's a nice start for them.
I did the Hobart game a couple of weeks ago. They've got some talented offensive players there. Sophomore and I believe a freshman running back. Maybe a sophomore running back. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, the quarterback's a freshman, right? Ehrlich. Yeah, he's nice. And again, they have an opportunity to make a nice little run toward Indy here in a couple weeks, and it looks like they got things going in the right direction.
Yeah, if you can score, that's definitely a plus.
Yeah, and Lowell always seems to get things going at the right time of the year, don't they? Coach gets them going, and again, just being up on Andrean, who I think Andrean could make a nice run.
Yeah.
I think they're 2A. Are they 2A in football right now? I don't know. They're 2A and 3A, but at those lower levels, enrollment-wise, I think they're ready to go and make a nice run. Andrean, they're here toward Indy as well.
You can follow all of tonight's region football scores live on Strack and Van Til Hometown Scoreboard, streaming on Facebook.com/Region Sports, RegionSports.com as well. Strack and Van Til, your local grocer with over 89 years of heritage. Take a short break. 28-14 our score at halftime. Wolves on top of the Bulldogs. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Are you a steel hauler? Come work for Area Transportation. You must have a current valid Class A commercial driver's license and at least 1 year of recent verifiable steel hauling experience and at least 2 years of recent verifiable interstate experience operating a commercial motor vehicle.
Hi, I'm Amanda, the driver recruiter at Area Transportation, where we pay more because we value our drivers.
Call recruiting at 1-855-400-6939. That's 1-855-400-6939.
At Toyota of Maryville, we take pride in being a one-stop shop for anything Toyota related. The best part of the Toyota Maryville experience is that we make it easy to do business with us. We have a committed team of professionals that's here to help you do just that. When you come in for service, we will welcome you and have plenty of staff on hand to handle your needs. And if you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, Toyota Maryville sales team is the best in the business to help you with your buying decision. We practice what we preach. When we say we make it easy, that's exactly what we do.
Those drops of water coming from your ceiling can make a lasting impression on your home or business. Before the tide turns, call Great Lakes Roofing, 866-551-7121. They work with your deadline, not theirs. From businesses to homeowners to property managers, the team of problem solvers at Great Lakes Roofing will be there fast and will exceed your expectations. And when the rain falls again, they will follow up to make sure that you're dry and comfortable. Great Lakes Roofing, 866-551-7121, or on the web at greatlakesroof.com.
Gen Z is a stalled generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Station 21 American Grill, with its 32 TVs, provides a family-friendly atmosphere where fans can relax and enjoy their favorite sports. Station 21 invites family and friends to enjoy a neighborly conversation, a friendly staff, and a comfortable environment before and after the game. Burgers, pot roasts, steaks, homemade soups, and more can all be found at Station 21 American Grill in Crown Point. The team of sports medicine experts at Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana is committed to getting athletes back in the game, with a focus on not only helping patients recover from injuries, but helping improve athletic performance to prevent injuries. Orthopedic Specialists provides the most advanced, comprehensive care to their patients. To learn more about all Orthopedic Specialists can do to help rehab and prevent athletic injuries, visit them on the web at osni.org or call them at 219-923-3300. Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana, providing world-class care to Northwest Indiana for over 20 years.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. We're streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, facebook.com/Crown Point Sports, regionsports.com, and crownpointsports.com. It is the halftime show, the Hose Connections halftime report, brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hoseconnectionsinc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. Doug Nelson, Mike Zajac, 28-14 our score. Michigan City on top of Crown Point. It was the Michigan City offensive show in the first half. It was Bush to our Omarion Hatch for 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Crown Point, they're just getting blown away. That's the speed of Michigan City's wide receivers blowing right by them. Offensively for Crown Point, not much going on. They had the late touchdown on the trickery. So looking ahead into this second half, Doug, if you're Coach Mason, how do you continue? Do you continue to pass the ball, or are you running some clock? What are we doing?
Well, again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
You know, it's still only a 2 touchdown touchdown game. It's not decided yet. So I think you got to continue to play and do what's been working. we'll see how Coach Bazia and his staff have made any adjustments. But, like I said, Tyler Bush is playing really well, and I'm really impressed with him as a sophomore, and he's been sharing the football a lot with different weapons that he has. And like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just continue to do what you're doing, and we'll see how the Bulldogs adjust to do our offense.
You mentioned earlier in the game it was Laurent who was the quarterback to start the season, and then they went to Bush, and things kind of changed for them. And you can see why, because Bush looks comfortable in the pocket. He stays in the pocket, too, even when it breaks down and he finds somebody open.
Yeah, and again, that's a credit, again, to Laurent. Some guys might be very receptive to that,
right.
And he's accepted his new position, and he's actually done very well in his new position. And again, Tyler Bush has done an amazing job as a quarterback. And, to go from the backup to the starter as a sophomore, that's impressive. So, yeah, we know he's got a lot of weapons. And, again, we'll see how the teams handle the elements. It is raining. It's a little more steady rain right now. So controlling the football and limiting mistakes will dictate who can come out of here with a W tonight.
I mentioned Laurent going to wide receiver after being the quarterback. That's credit to Coach Mason, too. Looking at your senior in Laurent saying, hey, this is what we're doing. You better be on board with it. And he's answered the call.
Yeah, and he was a really good quarterback as well. I mean, he did a great job back there. But just Coach Mason having the foresight and understanding the big picture a little bit, just putting one more weapon on the perimeter. Man, he's been a tough matchup along with Hatch on one side and him on the other side, and Raytheon Anderson bang in the middle the way he's been doing. That's a fun group to work with, I'm sure.
Yeah, on the Crown Point side, J.J. Johnson having issues trying just to get past the line of scrimmage as he try and take it up the middle. Same with Taiwan. We're hoping to see more of the passing game, at least I am, with Crown Point. They've got the size advantage on these corners and the safeties. You mentioned it. Michigan City's bringing the pressure up the middle. They're blocking that middle. And you hope to see Crown Point get the offense going somehow, some way, and dump it off to those big receivers.
Yeah, again, there at the last drive of the first half, they were getting the ball out of Johnson's hands quickly and getting the ball into the receiver's hands and allow them to make plays down the field, because they do have quite the assignment advantage on the perimeter.
As we get set for the second half here, 28-14, Michigan City will have the ball to start the second half.
We'll see how right away how the Bulldogs have adjusted at halftime, because Michigan City does get the ball. We'll see if they've made any adjustments.
Defense.
On the defensive side, yes.
Yeah, they have been blown out here defensively, to say the least, because they are just getting run over.
Well, Michigan City's done a pretty good job of maintaining possession of the ball, too. No fumbles, no interceptions, and the Bulldogs are looking for that kind of play. They need a turnover here to change the momentum here, to change the vibe of this game and make it a competitive ball game here for 4 quarters.
And that's pretty much what changed the game in that first half was the Johnson fumble around the 40-yard line, and then Michigan City was able to toss it out on that next play to Hatch for the touchdown. So here we go with Brewer. Kick things off in the second half. Kicking it deep to the goal line. And bringing it out is Robinson across the 20, dragging a defender, wrestled down to the 25.
Tucker on the return, good.
It's like number 37, A.J. Erdelak, with a tackle there for Crown Point. Good stop for him. Decent field position for Michigan City, and we'll see how Crown Point made any adjustments here.
And they got to come out with that intensity that they did to start the game when Durant took the opening kickoff into the red zone. Here is Hatch. It's that play out to the left side. There's that speed. He's got a first down. across the 40 down to the 43-yard line.
Is there a flag here on the far hash? That is in the area holding or legal man downfield, possibly.
Preliminary signal holding against Michigan City.
It is a hold. Backs up City.
That's a weird, that's 8 yards beyond the line of scrimmage hold. That's a weird spot for a hold on that play, wasn't it? Who was there holding?
Yeah, I was going to say maybe a wide receiver holding.
Yeah, the illegal man downfield you're mentioning, yeah.
Redo first down, but 1st and 12. Bush, Laurent, near side, trying to get away, spun around, and taken down at the 28, maybe 26-yard line.
Let's look at a good tackle there by number 2, Ashton Flavin. Sophomore, 6 foot, 145. Did a good job. Solo tackle.
Michigan City will have 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 for City. Two wide to the left, one to the right. Near side is Laurent. Hatch in the slot, going out far side. This is Simmons with the catch. First of the game. He's got a first down to the 40-yard line.
Again, I've been impressed also. We've mentioned a lot of the skilled guys, but the line of Michigan City has given Bush all day.
Yeah.
Crown Point's trying to bring more pressure. I saw him bring an outside linebacker there for a blitz. They picked him up easily on his backside. So,
yeah, I don't think we've seen Bush leave the pocket yet.
He hasn't had to. I think he tried to scramble one time. I think he tried to get out of the pocket once, and he got him maybe a yard or two. He's had a clean pocket all day.
1st and 10 from the 40. This is a handoff to Anderson. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 2nd down.
Again, it's one of those plays that Crown Point's got to get a stop. Try to get it back to a one-possession game. But Michigan City's had no issues moving the sticks here all night. Crown Point's looking for a turnover.
And they need one. Down 14. Already under 10 minutes to play in the 3rd. Bush, back to pass. Right side, Laurent. Picks up about 4 on the play. And we've seen that play quite a while to Laurent here.
Again, though, that was another tackle, another nice tackle. Number 10, Jalen Kelly, sophomore. Another sophomore. I keep saying sophomores for Crown Point. 5'7", 135. That was a great job of containing him and holding him until he had some help coming on the way over the gang tackle. But again, another big 3rd down here for both teams.
Yeah, Coach Buzia saying they've got a lot of young kids. They played well. I'm trying to build something here. Here's Bush all day to throw, and a catch is made by Simmons crossing midfield, 1st down.
So I thought number 2, I think J.J. Johnson's playing on both sides of the ball right now, but he could have stepped up, made a play in the ball right there. That was a long throw by Bush. Defense could have stepped in front of that one.
Yeah, Bush has a strong arm there. 1st and 10 from the 48.
You see that? I mean, that was in the air a long time.
This is Anderson taking it up the middle for a pickup of 2.
Anderson, the ball carrier, brought down by Bagley. Gain of 3. Michigan City will have
2nd and 8.
47.
I don't know if does J.J. Johnson normally play in the defensive backfield? I don't think he normally does. Maybe put a little more speed back there. I don't. First time all year. I'd maybe kind of.
We see Johnson now here playing corner on Laurent. Well, they need somebody to cover them because they haven't yet.
Yeah, a little remember the Titans type move. Yeah. Remember that? They had to make an adjustment.
Yeah. Put sunshine on both sides.
Sunshine. But they had to make an adjustment, put a little more speed in the Crown Point backfield.
Michigan City will have 3rd and 4.
And Johnson, a junior. You probably want the junior instead of maybe a freshman or sophomore corner.
Sure.
Who hasn't played much. That's a nice play there by Kelly. That's a sophomore there.
Great play. See if Michigan City goes for it here.
Yeah, 4th down.
4th and 4. Kind of the middle of the field, kind of a weird area.
Now, looks like Bush coming out. He's going to stay there, so they'll go for it. 4th and 4. Big play for the Bulldog defense. And Michigan City will take a timeout, talk things over. Mayor Uran and the City of Crown Point Parks and Athletics are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog football and say, go Bulldogs. Mayor Uran and the Pace Department are looking forward to a winter filled with fun activities at Bulldog Park. For more information, visit crownpoint.in.gov or call the Pace Department at 219-662-2271. So 4th and 4 coming up for Michigan City from the Crown Point 44-yard line. A big 4th down coming for Crown Point's defense.
It's got to be tricky for the Crown Point defense. You would want to bring pressure on the quarterback, but when you give up those extra defenders, you just have to you leave guys alone in the backfield. It's got to be a challenge.
They haven't gotten there all night. They bring 5, throw in. Laurent's got a stop. He got him at the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan City. 44-yard pass to Giovanni Laurent. Perfectly thrown by Bush, and the Wolves add on.
What a beautiful execution of that play. That was a perfect time. That was in stride. He was the only guy that could make a play on the ball. That was a beautiful throw. 4th and 4. Crown Point had to make a play there. It's going to be a steep hill to climb here moving forward.
Extra point is up off the crossbar and no good. 34-14 our score in the third. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. We're on Facebook.com/Region Sports and Facebook.com/Crown Point Sports. It's a 44-yard touchdown to Giovanni Laurent. Got a step on his man, putting the score 34-14. Michigan City on top of Crown Point.
Again here, it's a crucial drive for the Bulldogs to see if they can respond now to the Michigan City score and see if we're going to have a 4-quarter competitive matchup.
Yeah, interesting there is Crown Point put Johnson, the quarterback, on Laurent to give him some speed on the defensive side, and Laurent still. And this is Barant taking it out to midfield. Nice return for Crown Point.
It's a good response there by Crown Point. See if they can capitalize on this good field position. I just, and I know these guys have been doing it a lot longer than I have, but I don't know how much I would like my quarterback playing defense.
Right.
A young kid that we're relying on so much. makes me a little nervous.
Especially your quarterback. That's a risk you're willing to take. And with the bye week coming off, going into the playoffs, interesting call there from Coach Buzia. But it did not work out as the pass is caught. Is it Santiago again? I believe it is.
He's having a big night.
It's about his 4th or 5th catch. So they're finding something there with Santiago.
Get the ball out of JJ's hands nice and quick, and before the defense can get to him. Again, we've talked about how the Michigan City defense has got our 8 and 9 guys in the box all night. Just throw it up there and give your big guys a chance.
1st and 10 from the 33. Johnson, hands off. Taiwan will take it out to the 24-yard line. Picks up 4. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4, the Bulldogs have 2nd and 6.
Yeah, if you think Johnson continues to play defense as well, it's going to be a long night for him the rest of the way.
He'll sleep well. But you got, like you said, you got 2 weeks now to prepare, and a little risky move, that's all.
Hand off to Taiwan. Picks up 2.
Tackled on the play by 28. Woodard.
Big 3rd down here.
Gain of 3.
3rd and 3.
See if they can convert up that nice field position.
From the Michigan City 22.
Still like to see maybe a little play action. Let's learn a little play action.
And we'll slant over the middle.
Just run them to the flat out there, right?
And they lob it up. Santiago, incomplete.
Flag.
There is a flag in the end zone.
All night. How can he possibly be not happy with that call?
It's Robinson on the coverage there. Pass interference number 4 for Michigan City. He's complaining, but it was clearly obvious he was grabbing his
controlling, hand. Yeah, he's grabbing his arm. But again, I think as long as Johnson can have just a couple seconds to get rid of time to get rid of the football, give his chance receivers get down the field just a little bit. I think they have that play all evening if they want it.
Yeah, they're going one-on-one, and a nice little pump fake from Johnson. So brings up 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line.
You got Delich out wide to the right now.
All alone.
Run that fade. Fade to the pylon.
Johnson hands it off. And going nowhere. Spun around. Still going back. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Loss of 1 on the play.
He will lose 1.
Tio on there trying to get outside, and the Michigan City defensive team speed is just so hard to simulate during practice. You know that's hard to figure out.
2nd and 11. All kinds of movement on the offensive side. Johnson looks over the middle, wide open. Is your tight end. Mulaski is wide open and gets Crown Point back into this one.
That's a great response there by Crown Point. Seamus Mulaski wide open. Sophomore, 6'5", 205. Again, that's the product of those play action or those runs up the middle. Continue those. You could then set up so much play action here. If they could just get a stop and get back in the ball game, I think they can move the football.
Brewers extra point is good. Makes it 34-21, 5:05 to play in the 3rd. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
If you work with industrial, pneumatics, or hydraulics, and you're in need of maintenance or repair, you need the right connection. For over 20 years, Hose Connections in Hammond has been the premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop for sales and service of pneumatics and hydraulics. Hose Connections continues to grow their network of industry contacts, which allows them to meet even your toughest expectations. To learn more, visit HoseConnectionsInc.com. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. We're at regionsports.com, crownpointsports.com as well. It's an 11-yard touchdown pass to Seamus Molaski, making this one 34-21. City on top, 5:05 to play in the third.
The offensive line there did a good job. They've made some adjustments somewhere. They kept Johnson clean there, and he had room to step and throw a few times.
And he was wide open across the middle. Brewer's squib kick picked up. This is Robinson finding a hole. He's getting to the outside. There is a flag down.
Robinson on the return.
Flag down around the 35-yard line.
Brewer, there's a flag on the play.
It's going to be a hold on City. So this one will come back.
Well, again, that's turning out to be the shootout we thought it would be. But, again, you want Crown Point wants to get one stop, make it back to a one-possession game, and make that extra point hurt a little bit that they missed for Michigan City. That could come back to bite them a little bit. Goes back to the importance of special teams play, like we mentioned before.
Right.
Those things add up, and you kind of like, oh, it's no big deal. We're up 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, and then you look up at the end of the fourth quarter, and it's like, uh-oh.
And either thought of going for 2 or, kicking a field goal for 3.
Sure.
Comes into play. This backs them up all the way back to the 24-yard line. And Bush will hand it off. This is Jaden Hart. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
They got the
Crown
ball.
Point says they got the ball.
I think the referee's calling him down. He's got second down up in the air already.
Yeah, far side referee over there says he's down, so second down.
If you're Crown Point, that's what you're doing. You're going for the ball, trying to tackle the football a little bit right now. Plenty of time. You got a quarter and a half about ready to still going. But you got to reach for the ball when you can. That thing's a little wet right now.
4:20 to play in the third. 3 wide for Bush. Fakes at the hash, has a man open. It's caught. Yeah, it is Hart on the reception. Close to a first down. It is a first down.
That was a really good job by Bush here. I don't know if you noticed, but he kind of sold it out here to the receiver in the flat. A couple secondary from the Bulldogs really bid on that, and that opened up the little slant there, and that was a nice job by Bush. Just a little eye fake. He looked off the defenders really well right there.
The man outside was Hatch, so the defense was
Yeah.
swarming to him.
Right.
But City with all kinds of playmakers on this offense. This is Anderson trying to go up the middle, and he stopped. Gets back to the line, second down.
Michigan City will have second and 10.
Again, Michigan City is pretty content here running the football, moving the clock a little bit. I'm not saying they're taking the air out of the ball because they've been efficient moving the ball on the ground and in the air, but they're content right now taking a little time off the clock.
3:15 to play, and as the rain continues to come down lightly, it's not good for my golf game tomorrow morning. Be a little wet out there.
It's going to take away some roll.
Bush going deep. Laurent had a step, incomplete.
Bush's pass intended for Laurent.
Just outside the reach of Laurent. Brings up third down.
That might have been the first off-target throw that he's had all night.
Yeah.
Laurent had a step on his guy and the angle that he wanted. He was past his defender, and Bush just threw it out a little too far. Another big third down here for Crown Point defense.
Sophomore Bush definitely has a strong arm. He's been finding his receivers all night. That one just outside the reach. So 3rd and 10. Here come the Bulldogs, putting a little pressure on him. Bush gets it out. This is Hatch trying to make a move on the sideline. He's knocked out of bounds at the 40, brings up 4th down.
Now here's an interesting call. You're in Crown Point territory, 4th and about 5. They're getting ready to kick it, aren't they?
Yeah, punt team is out.
Michigan City will have 4th and 4 from their own 40.
Robinson
Robinson
out to punt it away.
Check is deep for the Bulldogs.
You watch the football for Crown Point right now. Don't jump off sides.
Robinson, boot is away. It's a good one.
Nice kick.
It's going to take Michigan City roll inside the 15, down at the 11-yard line for Robinson.
That was a really nice punt by Michigan City.
Yeah, they'll mark it at the 12-yard line on the far side hash. That's where Crown Point will take things over. Stay with Region Sports after the game as we send it back to the Centier Bank studio. The RSN crew will be on hand to recap all of tonight's action from around the region. 2:39 to play in the third for Crown Point. They've got it at their own 12, trailing 13 to Michigan City. Let's see what this offense can do. They've had success last time through the air. They get Tioan here and trying to get away. He cannot. It's a nice pickup of about 6.
You can see, though, they're so close. He's one tackle away. Yeah. One broken tackle, and he's gone. He's just got to break one more tackle, and he's just got to – I know it sounds so easy from up here, but it just looks like he's just ready to break one.
They hand it off again, bouncing to the outside. A little stiff arm there across the 30. 40, taken down at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He looks like he's ready to break one, and the Michigan City guys are defense looks they don't have the same fire they had there in the first half. So Crown Point's got the momentum and the energy, and Tioan's running really hard right now for Crown Point.
James Fleming, the safety on the tackle for the Wolves. 1st and 10 from the 46. They give it to him again, and he's stuffed right at the line, but those big defensive linemen, 2nd down.
Yeah, again, you notice, I mean, they got one guy in the perimeter out there on defense, and everybody else, all 10 of the other guys are right there in the box. If they can somehow get the ball on the outside, stretch the court, a little play action like you mentioned, and let Johnson use those tight ends. You know, Seamus just got open a few minutes ago. That's what this is all setting up for.
2nd and 9. Pump fake. Got a man. Barant's open. He's got it. Across the 30 inside the red zone. No, that was, was number 18. Nathan Woodrick, not number 16 Barant. So Woodrick getting in on the action here.
Yeah, again, get the ball on the perimeter quickly. He faked a little bubble screen out on the flat, and he had the Michigan City defenders a little confused, and Woodrick got wide open down the sideline. Great execution for the Bulldogs.
1st and 10 from the 16. Tioan loses the ball, but he got it right back. It bounced right up into him.
Wow, what a break.
And he's close to the 1st down near the 6.
That's one of the advantages of turf, huh? I don't think that would have happened in a muddy grass field right now.
Perfect bounce.
Just like you planned it.
2nd and 1. 35 seconds to play here in the third. I got to imagine this might be the last play of the quarter. Crown Point threatening here. Down 13. Johnson up the middle. Breaks away from one. Trying to go to the outside. He is in for the touchdown. J.J. Johnson and taking it 6 yards out. And Crown Point within a score.
Back in the ball game. Good moving the ball down the field methodically. I'm sure the offensive line coaches challenged the Bulldogs front 5. Sure it is. And, those guys are giving Johnson a chance, and Tioan the holes that he needs. He moved the ball down the field.
Brewers' extra point is good. 34-28, 12 seconds to play in the third. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 113 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. Whether it's a simple, elaborate, traditional, or unique service, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home and Crematory will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. Visit them on the web at burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 942-1117.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region on regionsports.com. We're also on crownpointsports.com, facebook.com/regionsports, and facebook.com/crownpointsports, along with Doug Nelson, Mike Zajac here from Crown Point High School. 34-28 our score. Crown Point, touchdown run from J.J. Johnson, not going away. They trail by 6.
This game's far from over, right?
No way. Yep.
I love how Crown Point's responded. It's amazing how football is such a game of momentum and energy, and the kids are just fired up right now. The crowd's ready to go, and it's going to be a fun fourth quarter.
Brewer with a squib kick on that wet field. It's picked up and slammed down is Jaden Hart near the 40. They'll put it at the 38-yard line for City. So they'll have 7 seconds in the third for one play and be done. Interesting if we see J.J. Johnson out there on defense again. I do not see him.
Right. It'd be interesting to see how Michigan City responds here. Things are kind of going against them right now. See how they respond to this and see if they can turn this into a positive.
They flip it out to Hatch. He's got a blocker or two in front, trying to cut the corner. He can. Cross midfield, cuts it back, still on his feet, down to the 30-yard line. Just like that, Hatch gets it in Bulldog territory.
I thought he did a great job of getting there and turning back into the middle. The Crown Point defenders were there to turn the ball back into the middle, but for some reason left the perimeter and went back to them. He must have lost the running back there or something, but I thought he had him there, and he kind of just ran away from it. He must have lost him somewhere.
That's the end of the third, 34-28 our score. We head to the fourth. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Ethos Dental Group in Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Stojkovic and Associates utilize the latest in technology. Ethos Dental Group would like to join you in welcoming Dr. Emily Hansen to their team. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake. Java Wave at your local Family Express is the perfect way to get your day started or keep you moving at any time. With 12 freshly ground bean-to-cup flavors to choose from, Java Wave at Family Express has just what you're looking for, whether it's hot or iced coffee. To see all of the delicious flavor options and to find a Family Express near you, log on to familyexpress.com/JavaWave.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region. 1st and 10 is a handoff to Anderson, pickup of about 4. Make it 2nd and 6 coming up. So a nice run by Hatch. And
see if Crown Point can keep him out of the end zone here. Michigan City would love to do something to try to change his momentum.
handoff Anderson right side. Slam down at the 20. He's going to be a yard short of the first. 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that was a great tackle there by Zachary Rousset, number 99, 6'2", senior, 240. 3rd and short.
Yeah, we have an official timeout, injured player.
Officials timeout.
Not sure who that is. I thought it was 47.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Jacob Wool, 247s on our roster, both of them linebackers. Jacob Wool or Aiden White is what we have. Not sure which one that is.
Michigan City will
3rd and 2 it'll be from the 20. 3 wide to the left again for Bush, like he's had all night. Throwing left, got a man, first down, and he's close toward the end zone, down at the 1. Catch was made by Jaden Hart.
Again, that was a play there where Crown Point they kind of had to sell out. You know, they brought the heat. Hart found a little spot there behind the defense and sat down, and Bush did a good job of finding him to get him the football. But Crown Point had to bring the heat there and try to speed Bush up a little bit.
And we've seen that play from City before. They look at another receiver and they find that man in the slant. They give it to Anderson. Anderson plows his way in for the touchdown for the Wolves. Just like that, they just add on a pretty quick score for Michigan City.
Yeah, as long as they don't put themselves in a bad position with a flag or a 2nd and long, 3rd and long, they've managed. They've done just about whatever they wanted to do.
10:29 to play in the 4th.
I am a little surprised they're only going for 1 right now.
Kick is good. Whew. That was close. I don't know if it was going to have the distance on that one.
Yeah.
41-28 our score. 10:29 to play. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Serving 100% prime beef burgers, Burger House is the ideal place to satisfy a hearty appetite. The Burger House menu offers more than just burgers. How about a salad, or fish and chips, or maybe fish tacos? Whatever you decide on, the Burger House chefs will prepare it from scratch. Every burger sold from their 2 locations in Valparaiso and Schererville goes to help children in need through their partnership with Kids Alive International. Check them out on the web at visitburgerhouse.com.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region Sports Network. We're on Facebook.com/Region Sports and Facebook.com/Crown Point Sports. 41-28 our score with 10:29 to play left in the game. Michigan City on top. Surprised they didn't go for 2 there?
I am. Mathematically, it makes not much of a difference between making that extra point or missing the other extra point. 13, you're forcing the team to get a touchdown and a field goal. But, I think, the numbers and the metrics and the analytics say go for 2 there to make it a 14-point game. But that's why I'm up here and they're down there.
Would you go for 2? I mean, you heard it in football, you go for 2 only when you need it.
Well, again, with the weapons that they have, my goodness, I don't know if I would try it.
Squib. Go ahead.
But again, that's what I'm saying is that's why I'm up here.
Yeah.
Coach Mason's done this a long time.
Right. He knows what he has.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's got on this offense. All kinds of weapons. And that's why they've put up a lot of points in the last 3 games, averaging over 40 points a game. They've crossed that marker again. I mean, you go back to the first game, 62-0 over South Bend Riley. This team can score.
Yeah, and those last 3 games were blowouts. They probably could have scored more. They probably took their foot off the gas a little bit.
Johnson gives it. Tijuana gets maybe 1 or 2. 2nd down. And 10-minute mark, you're down 13.
You're okay. You just need some kind of points here. Field goal or touchdown. No sense or no need for hurry yet. You have plenty of time here. And you've been, last 2 or 3 possessions, you've been moving the football.
Trying to look at the flag. It is going right to left.
It's a little bit out of the south right now, right?
Sun's not out. I can't tell if it's north or south, to be honest with you.
I think that's North.
2nd and 9 from the 29. And here comes the blitz, and down goes Johnson. Taken down by Kenan Tucker Jr., the senior defensive back.
Yeah, you could try to do play action, but either way, the defense is right there, speeding Johnson up. So, I don't know if you just don't drop him back and get the ball out of his hands quickly. You try to do a play action, but they were coming either way, so didn't really make a difference.
Santiago back in the game. He's had a nice game, about 5 catches or so. He's got one-on-one on the far side. Let's see if they go to him. They are going to him, looking, and incomplete. No flag called on that one. The defender did not turn around. Brings up 4th down, and I believe you got to punt it from here. If you're
you have to. Yeah, you're too deep.
But then he risks going down possibly 3 scores if Michigan City can.
Johnson's pleading his case, but I think that's just way too far back in their own territory. Are they really? They're not.
Johnson out.
He is.
He can punt it. And he's not punting. He's throwing. Delich goes up and gets it.
Holy moly. Rolling the dice.
Landon Delich climbing the ladder to go get that one. It's the first catch, I believe, of the game for Delich.
It's a great play. Good. Might have caught Michigan City a little off guard there. I'm sure. I don't know if Crown Point, or they thought Crown Point was really going to go for it. And it's a great execution there by the Bulldogs when you have nothing to lose. Right now you're having trouble stopping Michigan City either way. So that was you had nothing to lose and make and break play there.
So 1st and 10, and we've got stoppage of play and a timeout taken by Michigan City. We'll take a short one with them. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. We're on Facebook.com/Region Sports, Facebook.com/Crown Point Sports. 41-28 our score. 1st and 10 coming up for Crown Point after the catch by Delich, his first of the game on 4th down inside their own territory. It's Delich's first catch of the game. Surprised by that, as he's that big receiver out there at 6'3" on these 5'8", 5'10" corners. They finally find him the ball. And let's see if they try and now get to him the rest of this game, because they'll need him as they trail 13. It's Delich in motion. Johnson's going to keep it right side. Got a blocker in front. He crosses midfield and more. He's got the first down near the 40. Good pickup by Johnson.
Good job of turning the corner there and getting some downfield blocking and creating some room for Johnson on the short side of the field. That's a nice job.
8:40 to play. As Crown Point awaits the call from the sideline. Down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Near side is Delich. They give it to Tijuan up the middle. Not getting much. He picks up 2, 2nd down.
Again, you just want to, if you're Crown Point, don't get behind the sticks. Stay in manageable downs. Don't become predictable where you have to run, you have to throw. Don't allow Michigan City to pin your ears back and go after the quarterback. You don't need all of it at once. Just kind of get half of it. Just don't freak out. Get a little at a time. Plenty of time to go on the clock.
2nd and 8, 8 minutes to play. It's Johnson going to keep it. He's got the first down and more inside of the red zone for Johnson down to the 14-yard line.
Good job. They found something with that running game. Again, to the short side of the field. Great downfield blocking, and we've talked about how Michigan City is so bunched up in the box, and they're doing a good job of sealing him inside and giving Johnson a chance to get outside.
1st and 10 from the Wolves' 14. Johnson will keep this one up the middle. He's going the wrong way. He's taken down. Big number 50 on Michigan City, Davion Anderson. 2nd and 11 coming up.
Davion Anderson's an athletic, big-looking man. 6'1", 250. That was a strong move right there.
He's listed on the depth chart as an offensive line.
You want your guys on the field, just like Johnson was playing defense earlier, Get your best athletes on the field one way or the other.
2nd and 12, 6:53 and counting in this one. Crown Point trailing 13. Here's a throw. Delich dropped the ball. I don't think he was ready for it.
That was right through his hands.
3rd down coming up. He threw it right into the hands of Delich. Not sure if he turned around quick enough to catch it, though. So 3rd and 12 for Crown Point.
Another big play here for Crown Point. Again, it's 4-down territory. Just get some of it here. You don't need to get all of it. Get rid of the football.
And Johnson's going to keep it, trying to follow Teowan. He only picks up about 3 or 4. 4th and long coming up. 6:30 to play.
The Bulldogs will have 4th and 8 from the Michigan City 13.
The 4th and 8.
Yeah, I think Crown Point's got all 3 of their timeouts left. Yeah, this is a big play.
Johnson with 3 wide. Looking right. Clean pocket. Throws incomplete. It was intended. Looks like Woodrick. And it'll go back to Michigan City.
Looks like Talijah Robinson there from Michigan City. That was great coverage. That was pretty good defense there by Michigan City. You have a lot of weapons again for Crown Point as well. But when that area gets smaller, the closer you get to the end zone, the less room you have to work like that. And that was a challenge there for Crown Point. But that was a nice stop by Michigan City.
Bush and company come back out. Really put this thing away if they wanted to on one play. From the 13. Throws it out. He's got Hatch. He's got blockers, and it's a 1st down and more out near the 30-yard line. Seen that play a number of times for Hatch as he gets Laurent, the blocker, out in front of him, picks up about 15, 16 yards.
Bush does such a great job of getting rid of the ball quickly, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he throws a catchable ball where Hatch can make a play with it. That's not as easy as it sounds.
And it's for him to catch it as he's running on the run. So
it's not on his shoe tops. He's throwing it, give him a target and hitting his target and giving him a chance to run after he catches the football.
Not sure what the delay is here. Is there a timeout called maybe? Official timeout. I'm sorry. As we were talking through that. Mayor Uran and the City of Crown Point Parks and Athletics are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog football and say go Bulldogs. Mayor Uran and the Pace Department are looking forward to a winter filled with fun activities at Bulldog Park. For more information, visit crownpoint.in.gov or call the Pace Department at 219-662-2271.
I think they're looking at one of the Michigan City coaches. Might have got popped a little bit. The trainers are over looking at him, make sure he's okay.
Far side of the field, Doug's got his binoculars out.
There you go.
First and 10 now for City from the 31. 5:56 to play. Anderson going nowhere. The Bulldog defense just swarm them at the line.
Binoculars courtesy of my father. As soon as he found out I was announcing a little bit, he said, "You're going to need these." So, thanks, Dad. I appreciate it.
They are helpful.
They are very helpful.
And there's some places you go, you're real high up there, and you need them to see numbers. And
my eyes aren't as young as they once were.
I can't remember what team I was calling, but we were high up, and the numbers were gray with like a silver lining. It was almost impossible.
Right. Some of those uniforms aren't conducive to
Right.
seeing from real far away.
High snap. Bush gets it out to Hatch.
Look at,
Trying to cut back. He gets away from a couple defenders and finally knocked out of bounds around the 35.
I don't know if he was making an effort to stay in bounds there, keep the clock moving.
Tackled by a pack of dogs. Michigan City.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, big third down here for Crown Point. Crown Point defense. I think Michigan City's still yet to turn it over. Is that right?
I was thinking that too. They need a turnover here.
Yeah, they need the ball quickly.
3rd and 6 from the 35. Hatch in motion, and the ball comes loose. There's a flag.
That's some kind of false start there.
False start on City.
That was a weird
snap infraction.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The connection between the center and the quarterback did not look real smooth right there. Big play here.
3rd and 11. Bulldogs need a stop, and they need the ball. So they trail 41-28.
With the weapons that Michigan City has, they have many options here, but Crown Point would love to make a play and get their offense off the field.
Bush over the middle. It's caught for the first down. Is that Simmons? It is. Trey Simmons, what a catch. He kind of threw it behind him. Simmons had to reach back, hauls it in, and that moves the chains.
Did you see Bush's release there? That was a little sidearm release there where he just quickly threw it when in that window that was open. That was he just impresses me more and more every time I see him. He's doing a great job tonight. That's
not an easy pass over the middle with defenders all over the place.
Yeah, and pretty dang good for a sophomore.
4:30 high snap. They get it down into the hands of Anderson. Looks like Anderson almost took that snap.
Yeah, I think he did.
Gets out to the 48, 2nd down, and now it's crunch time here for the Bulldogs defense to get the ball back. If you're Michigan City, just keep running the clock at 4 minutes and counting.
Again, you're every time you do run the football, that sets up one more deep shot down the field that if you want it, it's probably there with the play action pass. But keep moving the clock, keep moving the football, and get on the bus a winner.
Bush is going to keep this one, and he's taken down, lost a couple yards. 3rd and 9 coming up.
You see how, again, the play action is there. Maybe not on 3rd and long, but on 2nd, the Crown Point's coming. They're bringing everybody, selling out to the run. So again, maybe not in 3rd and long, but that play there, that was set up for a play action, and probably a shot down the field.
Bush came up a little slow, it looked like. I thought maybe just would have handed that ball off to Anderson, let him do some work.
Yeah, that was quite the team tackle there for Crown Point. Everybody was in on that.
High snap again. It's a toss out to Hatch. Cuts and gets out to the 49. Brings up 4th down.
Well, I think Crown Point might have called a timeout.
They did. And that Hatch, he can.
He's shifty, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And he's
little Barry Sanders going.
Same number, too, right?
Yeah.
Before my time a little bit.
But you knew he was the same number.
I knew that. I knew that. 4th and 6 from the 49 coming up. We'll take a short break. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Welcome back to Game Night in the Region, regionsports.com, and also crownpointsports.com. Doug Nelson, Mike Zajac here from Crown Point, 41-28. We got a 4th down coming up for Michigan City.
Michigan City will have 4th and 6 from their own 49.
You think a run here, or there looks like they're going to punt. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's a Robinson.
13-point game. Crown Point's got to score 2 touchdowns. So if I'm Michigan City, this is a smart move. Make him go the length of the field.
High snap. Robinson goes up to get it and almost blocked by Crown Point. They let it bounce. Takes the city roll inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. 2:39 to play for Crown Point. They need 2 scores. They need them quick.
Updated score from around the region. Lowell 17, Andrian 7. That is a final.
A final, you just heard it, 17-7. Knocks off Andrian. How about that?
That's a shocker. Again, Andrian, I'm sure will be ready to go make a run at the 2A level. But that's a good win for Lowell. Maybe catapult them to some good things in the postseason.
Johnson getting pressured, spun around, gets away. Looking downfield, going to toss it out. Delich has to come back, and it's intercepted. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Crown Point sideline wanted an incomplete pass, but they called that an interception.
Picked off by number 14, James Fleming. He dove for it, so did Delich. He wanted it more and took it away. Michigan City takes over 2:27.
Michigan City can run the football here and control the clock. That should be about it for Michigan City Wolves. They're hoping to control the clock here and get out of town with a W.
Well, Michigan City, if they hold on here, they're going to move to 4-3 in the Duneland. I'm sure Coach Mason did not want a 500 record in conference, so that adds one. Crown Point falls to 4-3. As it's Anderson up the middle, taking it 9 yards. Just over 2 minutes to go in this one. So looking ahead, you got Crown Point, Maryville in 2 weeks. They get the week off with the bye, or the break, I guess you could say there.
Yeah.
So Any chance Crown Point has a chance?
Well, there's a chance. It's high school athletics. Anything
Right.
can happen. But Maryville's pretty good. Crown Point will have to execute and, try to maintain possession of the football. But a lot of things got to go their way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be key. Doing what they do and moving it slow and running the ball. Maybe some quick outs.
Yeah.
You got to have some speed. It's that offensive line is going to be has a tough job coming up.
Yeah, and you talk about team speed. They're much like Michigan City, Maryville,
Right.
and they have size like Maryville. So, and you got to kind of pick your poison. You want to take away this guy. You want to take away that guy. And a lot of things got to go your way when you're the underdog, especially on the road.
First down is Bush will take a knee just under a minute to go. And then looking at Crown Point Maryville game back on September 3rd, it was all Maryville. 50-13 was the final score.
Yeah, and that was at Crown Point here. That was that was really a different Crown Point team at that time. They were coming off some COVID issues, and but Maryville I think is that good. Crown Point, not to say they're going to have to play perfectly, but they're going to have to play very well. To give themselves a chance against the Pirates at Maryville.
And then Michigan City will have the bye next week in their 5A sectional. And I believe you said they're going to play who? South Bend?
They play the winner of South Bend Adams and Goshen. So on paper, they're the favorite against both those teams, but anything can happen in the postseason. And, good luck to both teams moving forward. Once, I'm a Portage guy, Duneland Conference guy, so good luck to both of these teams and two teams that are well coached and deep staffs and a lot of talent on this field tonight. It was an entertaining game, and I'm excited even to see the future of both of these programs. With a sophomore quarterback for Michigan City and a junior, a bunch of juniors coming back, and it'll be a fun future, and and Michigan City is excited about this year as well.
That'll do it from here. We'll take a break. 41-28, the final score. Michigan City defeating the Crown Point Bulldogs. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Attention homeowners, ready to start your next project? Need to pay off your debt? Refinance your home? Unlock the value of your home with a Centier Bank no-fee home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Stop by a local Centier branch today or visit us on the web at centier.com/home equity. Terms and conditions subject to change without notice, subject to credit approval. Centier Bank, NMLS number 408076, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Those drops of water coming from your ceiling can make a lasting impression on your home or business. Before the tide turns, call Great Lakes Roofing, 866-551-7121. They work with your deadline, not theirs. From businesses to homeowners to property managers, the team of problem solvers at Great Lakes Roofing will be there fast and will exceed your expectations. And when the rain falls again, they will follow up to make sure that you're dry and comfortable. Great Lakes Roofing, 866-551-7121, or on the web at greatlakesroof.com.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Station 21 American Grill, with its 32 TVs, provides a family-friendly atmosphere where fans can relax and enjoy their favorite sports. Station 21 invites family and friends to enjoy a neighborly conversation, a friendly staff, and a comfortable environment before and after the game. Burgers, pot roasts, steaks, homemade soups, and more can all be found at Station 21 American Grill in Crown Point.
Did you know?
Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait.
Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week?
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party?
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area?
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
At Toyota of Maryville, we take pride in being a one-stop shop for anything Toyota related. The best part of the Toyota of Maryville experience is that we make it easy to do business with us. We have a committed team of professionals that's here to help you do just that. When you come in for service, we will welcome you and have plenty of staff on hand to handle your needs. And if you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, Toyota of Maryville sales team is the best in the business to help you with your buying decision. We practice what we preach. When we say we make it easy, that's exactly what we do.
Welcome back to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. Facebook.com/Region Sports. Facebook.com/Crown Point Sports. RegionSports.com and CrownPointSports.com. Final tonight, 41-28. It is Michigan City over Crown Point. It was the offense of Michigan City stealing the show. A big game from everybody on that offensive side. You had Bush, you had Hatch, and then the defensive side of Crown Point struggled mightily because they just got ran over. It was a track race for them pretty much, and they could not run them down.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the athleticism of Michigan City. Like we mentioned, I saw them play Chesterton earlier in the year. But that's when they had Giovanni Laurent as the quarterback. Just the addition of Bush and another weapon on the field. I'm just impressed with their team, and it's going to be it's going to be a challenge to knock them out in the postseason. They're going to be a tough out for somebody.
Offensively for Crown Point, struggled in the first half, really just putting up the 14 points. Got on the board early, make it 7-7. They trailed 28-14. They got that late touchdown from the trick play to Johnson. Really, you thought maybe they would jump back into this game. They were moving the ball a little bit in the third quarter, but Michigan City just too much. Again,
it was, if you were Crown Point at that point, you had to get a score and a stop and a score, and that was quite the challenge tonight for them. And they tried to adjust all night to Michigan City's speed by moving, like example, putting Johnson on defense and rolling the dice and trying to put heat on the quarterback. So they tried. It wasn't for a lack of effort, but the better team won tonight, and and good luck to both teams. And hopefully, in 2 weeks they'll be healthy and ready to go.
It's time to name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 o'clock in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. The Crown Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game tonight is...
We went with sophomore quarterback from Michigan City, Tyler Bush. He had had his hand in 5 touchdowns. Just laid the ball out there perfectly. I think I mentioned there was only a couple times where the ball seemed to be off target, and he just did a great job, played with great poise tonight, and I was impressed by him all evening.
It's time to name the play of the game presented by IKORCC. Learn more at IKORCC.com. Who we got?
It was about second quarter, 8-12 left in the second quarter. Michigan City had a fumble recovery, and it kind of changed the momentum of the game, and it seemed to be all Michigan City from there. And they didn't need much help tonight, but when the way they were moving the ball all evening, Crown Point didn't need to help them at all. But Michigan City took full advantage of it. It was an interception or a turnover, and then a touchdown in 3 seconds. So it happened pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was definitely changed the momentum of this game. Time to name the Great Lakes Roofing Blue Collar Player of the Game. It's brought to you by Great Lakes Roofing, Chicagoland's #1 commercial roofing contractor. Who we got?
Well, we went with wide receiver from Michigan City, Amari and Hatch. He had 3 touchdowns. Again, huge night for Michigan City. That dude is got fast up the perimeter. Had some great help, some great downfield blocking from Michigan City. But again, that dude, not too many people around here are going to catch him from behind. So he was impressive, and that's why he earned that award tonight.
Yeah, he was quick. They could not run him down. He got onto the sidelines. It was a track race for Crown Point with him. He had 3 touchdowns in the first half. I believe he finished with 4 on the game, possibly. So he is the blue collar player of the game, the Great Lakes Roofing blue collar player of the game. 41-28, the final score. This broadcast is a production of the Region Sports Network. Any other use, duplication, reproduction, or retransmission of the accounts and descriptions of this contest without the express written consent of the Region Sports Network is prohibited. Mention a few folks at Region Sports. Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez, coordinating producer Nathan Laird. Nick Russ is our game producer on site. Nice job tonight, Nick. And video is Scott Stessel. Special thanks to Bill Derula of Crown Point, coaches Craig Buzia of Crown Point, Phil Mason of Michigan City, of course, all you viewers on Facebook, regionsports.com, and crownpointsports.com. We'll send it back to the Region Sports studio. It's the Centier Banks studio. The RSN crew will be on hand, recap all of tonight's action from around the region. For Doug Nelson, Mike Zajac saying so long. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.